orders for you.
I love organization.
Love it. Oh no, my Notion's not working. That's fine. I don't need it. Oh.
Oh my god, I closed the notes. I feel like people are doing things with the notes. I have to open them back
yeah. All kinds of things are happening.
up. Yes, good.
All right. I wrote up a whole thing to start this, but apparently I lost it, so or my Notion won't open. It's fine. I've done this for years. I can wing it. Seething mists cloaks a shadowed land. Before it, heroes four now stand. A tortured soul with future bleak. A soldier whose lost faith doth seek. A poet of honor, quick of wit and steel.
Oh my god,
A monk in exile with youth's pure zeal. Their fates unknown to test their worth. Into the domain of dread set forth.
I really enjoyed that.
A grandfather clock chimes somewhere in the house. 4 figures sit huddled in a darkened room. Wooden floorboards below them creaking softly as they shift and speak to one another. Papa, I don't like sleeping here. It will be okay, Thorn. You have nothing to fear. But it's scary. I want to be in my room. It'll be all right. You have your dog and your sister. There's nothing to fear. All right, Papa. I trust you. Besides, it's nice you let me have company here. Isn't that right, Rose? Rosalina, you awaken in an inn. Having had a dream you've had many times, at least glimpses of a dream you've had many times over the past weeks. It's brought you to this place. Visions of people that you know you are bound to in some means of fate. You have visions of a man whose visage is so full of sadness, haunted by something. Visions of a stalwart soul standing amidst the darkness. Unknowing, perhaps uncaring, what might happen. Youth. Standing proud and confident on a mountain. You know that your fate is bound to these 4. And you know it is your fate with these 3 to strive to make the world a better place. Hey, buddy. You want to say hi? Wave and say hi. Love you, buddy. Sweet dreams.
Oh no.
Make the camera bigger.
Murphy stout, huh?
Murphys.
Murphy's got that good stout.
Drinking Juice Force. Drink.
Whoa! Whoa!
Rosalina, why don't you describe your character as you are roused from your sleep? You notice that it is early morning.
She is old and grizzled. Not like super old, but like old for a hero. She's like in her 30s, man. She's old. She has a scar across one cheek that looks pretty old. She's buff. She's not super tall. She's got really short hair. She is quiet. Her eyes are always moving around the room. She's got armor that looks old and worn, but in good condition. And it looks like there used to be something, some sort of sigil or symbol that has been removed from the chest.
I will say that you are rousing from a daydream of some time, and you're actually in the common room of an inn. It is about supper time. You're not sure what happened, but you must have dozed while you were eating your stew. The innkeep here, Boris. You think you stay one more night?
Am I in the town I was going to?
What do you mean?
I was going to that town to do that thing. Am I in that town, or am I on the way to that town?
I'm confused. Where your holy symbol? Are you following the holy symbol?
Oh, yeah, I was just to help rebuild the church.
Oh, yeah, you're in that town.
I'm in that. Okay. I don't know yet. I need to find the person I was sent to see in the morning. I know I'm staying in town for a while, but I don't know if they'll have lodgings for me.
This is fine. You pay silver, we have no problem. There's plenty of stew. Besides, from what I hear, you're doing good work here. Many people come through looking for adventure, treasure, seeking ruins. You come, you stay, you help. It's good. The door chimes, and well, let me ask this way: of the three remaining people, who would be the most likely to stay in their room all day and only come down for dinner? Nice. You hear a clattering, stumbling sound from the stairs coming down to the common room, and you can decide, Dane, what made that sound, how you made such a stumbling sound, but describe your entrance and what you think.
So, a youngish man, so very, very harrow-looking, very thin, very frail. He kind of stumbles down the steps, trying to come down them very softly as to not garner any attention. But you see him trip on the one garish piece of clothing that he wears. He wears mostly gray and earth tone robe, but around his neck is a long, rather colorful scarf that he seems to wear everywhere. And as he's coming down the steps trying to not be noticed, he trips on the scarf and just kind of falls and tumbles down the steps with a loud noise. He gets up, kind of muttering, "Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry." And kind of shuffles over to the nearest table. You notice that he chooses one in a corner that is not well lit, and he kind of shuffles into a booth with his back against the wall. And many times you see him try to catch the bartender's attention, but he doesn't really make himself known or use a authoritative voice. He just kind of goes, "Pardon me? Excuse me, sir. When you get the moment, I'd like..." And then just kind of dejectedly looks down at his hands. There's definitely a sadness in his face, and just a weariness that you can see. And he fiddles with a small bottle that's in his hand.
Ro picks up her stew and ale and heads over to the booth, and as she does so, catches the eye of the barkeep. Gives him like a, "Hey, over here." And then
You watch over.
and then sits down in the booth.
As I see you sit down, he kind of starts and goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your meal. It won't happen again. I apologize."
She looks at the barkeep and then looks at him. What do you having?
Innkeeper.
Innkeeper.
You're at an inn. While they do have some meager ales for sale, this is the inn, the proprietor of this inn. They do serve food and have like a common room for eating. Yes. Well, Mr. Cobers, good to see you up. You're hungry. You have not eaten all day.
"Oh, yes, sir. If it's not too much trouble, something to eat, whatever's on the menu, and an ale, but please water it down. I have a very weak constitution."
He just sort of taps the side of his nose. He points at you, Ro, and says, "Two? Also with water?"
I'll take mine minus the water.
He just does a very like non-assuming smile and just walks away. And starts getting you guys some food.
Are you all right?
Silas will just kind of look up at Rosalina and just be like, "Yes, I'm fine. How are you today?"
Insight check.
Nah. You play it how you want.
Yep. Yeah, he says he's fine. He doesn't sound fine.
No, she doesn't think he's fine. She just raises an eyebrow. She will lean forward across the table. "Is someone after you? Are you in trouble?"
Someone is! It's a
Abe.
little one.
It's Abe, isn't it?
It's totally me. I'm actually a murderer.
He
Surprise!
looks at you and goes, "Trouble? No trouble. I swear, no trouble."
Okay.
Whenever he fervently looks at you, you both, as you sort of make decent eye contact for the first time, you both have a recognition. You, Silas, also have been having recurring thoughts, dreams, a draw to this place. You don't know why you're here. I would say you've probably only spent one night here. But you both have a bit of a recognition, almost as if you've seen the person before you before. Before you are able to say anything to that effect, the door opens. And in strides Chris.
Okay. Is it raining outside like the background shows?
Yes.
Okay. So you see a man walks in and he has kind of like a hooded cloak on to keep off the worst of the rain. And he kind of like, flips it off with like a flourish and hangs it up on the coat rack. next to the door, and underneath he has kind of like this sleeveless tunic on, and some pants, and he is really muscled. Obviously, he's somebody who works out, or at least does a lot of hard labor. He's youngish male, kind of early 20s. Has like this rough cut black hair. Looks like somebody just like takes a knife and kind of like cuts it randomly to get it under control. And kind of like a lightly tan skin of somebody who spends a lot of time out in the sun, and has just like very bright eyes and kind of like a lot of like energy to him. And he comes in and he says, "It was Boris. Was that the innkeeper?"
Correct.
He says, "Boris, I'm starving. Give me a double or whatever you got."
Afraid not much, Mr. How do you pronounce your name? Andy's asking.
So his name is Lee Bekdu, but he just goes by Lee. That's his family name.
Would he have given his surname?
Yeah, he'll probably would have introduced himself, but he says everybody just calls me Lee.
Sure. He still calls you Mr. Bekdu. The same as it ever is, I'm afraid, of venison and potato. I'll get you some. 2 bowls. He gives you a wink.
He gives him like a exaggerated like thumbs up, and goes to sit at one of the tables.
Sure. You, as often is the case here, this is a pretty popular common house here. A lot of people come here to eat, even if they aren't staying. This is the Slaughtered Ox Inn. But there is a seat open. Actually, it looks like half a booth open off to the side.
Okay. He'll go grab that half booth, slide
All right.
in.
So sliding in next to you, Silas, is a very muscular young man.
Okay, as Silas sees him slide into the booth, he kind of shifts over, but then he looks to the other side, sees Rosaline, and kind of shifts back and just kind of uncomfortably sits between them.
Sorry, are you okay? I kind of take up a lot of space sometimes.
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Name's Lee. You are?
Silas. Do I know you? And you? Do I know you?
He holds out his hand for a handshake.
You get a real limp, kind of clammy handshake.
As you guys clasp hands, you unmistakably both have a flash, a vision of the exact tarot cards you have seen of the person you are now sitting across from. The person on the card doesn't exactly look like the person you see, but unmistakably, the symbolism and the representation is the person you now are touching.
Silas kind of whispers under his breath, "Scholar."
Do I know you? You seem really familiar to me.
I took up my actual beer, but I actually took it in the game too.
He gives you like a hearty pat on the back. It's like,
ow, not too hard, please. It seems that I've seen your face before, though I don't know how it's possible.
Rose's been quietly watching, and she sort of reaches to the class, holds her hand out across Silas to offer Leah a firm handshake.
yeah, Lee will reciprocate with a almost crushing grip, but not quite. He's not trying to like squeeze your hand, but he's definitely going for the firm handshake.
She sort of raises an eyebrow at him. Says, "Ro."
Lee, you also seem kind of familiar to me.
But she turns to Silas and will hold out her hand and give him a far more gentle handshake.
Again, limp, clammy. But then you hear him whisper under his breath, "The soldier."
What brings you two here?
To be honest, I don't really know. I've been having he looks really like ashamed. Visions.
The door opens. 2 figures walk in. There is a woman of middle-aged years who is sort of wringing her hands and is being escorted by Abe. Abe, you found this woman on the street, and she asked to be brought to this place. She seems to be very much out of sorts and very distraught. So why did you help her? And what do you look like?
So I walk in and I'm holding arm in arm. Well, that's okay, sweetheart. It's gonna be fine. We are clearly at the Slaughter Dogs Inn, as you have so requested. I feel like I probably would have. Did I find her and she looked like this? She looked very distraught and kind of confused.
She was walking in this direction, and when she saw you, she looked around almost skittishly, nervously. But after you would have assured her of your fine intentions, she would have explained to you that she is. I'm very frightened of the darkness coming in the streets. I must go to the Slaughter Docks. I must speak to Boris there.
Well, of course, we'll find this Boris gentleman. It'll be quite an honor, get you out of this rain and all.
Yeah, she seems to be jumping in shadows in the streets, and it is dark, and the storm is starting to pick up.
Oh, come, we'll hurry along now. I will take her to the inn. I am wearing a cloak of sorts. It's all black. I fancy some black leather pants too. The only real most of my wardrobe is black. I have a very short black beard. When the lightning strikes, every now and again you catch a glimpse of my eyes that are white and very bright and vibrant. My hat is very pristine. My outfit is very well altered and adorned, but I have one black crow feather that peeks out of the side as I walk into the Slaughter Docks Inn. Well, this rain is just horrible this time of day. Look at you, you're just drenched.
Thank you. She starts to fumble with a purse as she faces you, and she starts to pull out some coins to give to you, Corvus.
Oh, gosh, no. I felt like I could use a drink myself. We came to the same place. It's quite all right. And I pat her hand.
She just gives you a little bit of a sheepish smile and a nod and says, "You're very kind. I must go speak. Thank you. Maybe I will buy you stew. They have food here."
Well, I haven't eaten in an age, so yeah, that seems okay. We'll never turn down food.
All right. She starts heading off towards There's a couple of serving people walking around, taking food out to people. All of you at the table have had food brought to you at this point. There is a table with an empty seat at it, and she heads off to speak to a shorter, stockier guy. Has a little bit of a friar tuck going on top.
Oh, good old Friar Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll make my way to the seat that's available.
Make my way.
All
right, yeah, she goes up and starts to have a quiet conversation with Boris.
Is the table with the rest of them? Is that who I'm actually walking up to?
That is the table.
I kind of gesture out my hand. Well, is this seat here taken? I could take a couple pounds off.
The poet.
Ro just sort of holds out a hand to indicate.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's mine. And I hold out my hand too and shake it. It's firm. Seeing your armor, I wouldn't do anything like fancy. It would just be like a real shake.
Are you wearing your armor right now, Rachel?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's a real shake. Quite strong indeed. Very impressive. While he's shaking her hand, he's going to reach over to the one that just said, "The poet!" And I'm going to reach out for his hand, too.
Mm-hmm.
The name's Corvus. Corvus Knox.
I slowly extend my hand. Silas Coppers.
As in the money.
Yes, I suppose.
Interesting.
Corvus
Sure,
as
you-
in the bird.
Oh, well, of course. And I smile.
Name's Lee, and he puts out his hand.
Oh, my. Now, that is a mighty fit shake right there, and I'm going to plop down on the chair. Well, you are a couple of interesting individuals. I feel that I could have a quite good entertainment here this evening.
How do I?
Oh, how I...
How do I know?
Are any of you from here, or did something bring you here?
I'm from all over.
Something, yes.
I'm definitely not from here, but I don't know. It's interesting.
I'm gonna look at all of them and see if I spot any holy symbols.
Rachel, why don't you roll for me a secret perception check?
Secrets. They're
So
happening.
be blind GM.
Roll a secret.
Secret
So
perception.
click. So you can click the little crossed eyebrow next to it. So perception's actually.
Oh, it's on my main page. Okay, so.
Yep.
Secret.
Main screen turn on.
That's it. This should be a blind GM roll.
Oh, there it is.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
You rolled a
You
solid
see
question.
nothing.
I see nothing. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for any like religious symbols or like marks
Anyone,
of like armies.
anyone
or
who is
anything.
wearing something obvious may describe that now.
Nothing religious on Silas. Just the odd scarf that seems out of place in his robe.
Yeah, I'll say Lee has. You maybe can't see the whole thing, but kind of like peeking out of his like he has kind of like a V-neck like tunic going on, and peeking out of like the left side of his chest. It's like a tattoo of some kind of deity.
Mm-hmm. Is he wearing a cord around his neck at all?
Yes, he does have a cord with an amber stone.
Rachel, roll a natural 20.
Oh,
heck yeah! First
Sorry,
roll
first roll of the
campaign.
campaign. I had to share that.
Wow, that's awesome.
Everything.
Do I recognize the deity from his tattoo?
I would say even with a natural 20, you're probably just catching a bit of it. And is it religious, Chris?
Yeah, it is. It's a symbol of the deity that he follows.
Gotcha. First roll of the game.
Boom.
Boom, baby.
Okay.
I sees it. Look at it. +7? Shit.
Yeah, I think you recognize it as religious, but
Deceptive 8.
probably without a better look, it's hard to say.
Man, I fucking got my 5.
However, I'll say also with that perception check, you overhear a agitated voice coming from a woman who came in with Corvus. Her voice starts to raise. You haven't caught much of the first part of the conversation, but you do hear her say, "He hasn't been back for days, Boris. Days. I'm so worried. He left the town. He went into the mist and he hasn't returned. And Boris is just sort of like pulls her away from the room a little bit to try to like keep from agitating the customers, you think, but he puts an arm around her and is you hear him saying something about the guards and that it will be taken care of and he'll do everything he can to help, but he starts to lead her away.
Any recognition from the mists?
For Rachel, no. Because Rachel, I'm giving Rachel that one.
She's the one that was
Yeah, I'd give her special natural 20 stuff.
She got a gimme.
She will look at Corvus and say, "The woman you came in with, is she in trouble?"
Oh, I have no idea. She looked quite concerned when I found her on the street, so I mean, it's wet, but I mean, she could be in trouble. Why? Why would you say such a thing?
She seemed upset.
Well, I mean, look at it out there. It's quite concerning.
Because it's raining?
Well, and it's thundering. There's quite a few shadows on the outside. She kept insisting on seeing this Boris fella.
It sounded like somebody was missing. I mean, maybe we could help her find whoever it is.
At that, Corvus would actually change his tune. Who's missing? Who's in need of help?
I don't know, but I thought she said somebody was missing.
That's a different tune altogether.
Boris kind of shows her into a back room. You catch a glimpse of what looks to be sort of a smaller domicile. From where it's situated behind the bar, you're guessing it might be like the personal domicile of the innkeeper himself. But he sort of, you can catch through the semi-open door that he's sitting her down on the bed and getting her to sort of lie down. He brings her a glass of water.
Whoa.
And
then he comes back out.
If we four are to be thrown together, we should begin with honesty and transparency. Have we all had visions? What have we seen?
Wait, time out. Have we all actually had this vision, just to make sure?
Yes, I will. You all have a vague understanding that the three before you were represented to you in dreams, visions of some sort.
Then you've had them too. The cards, the tarot cards. I know what they meant.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna stand up. Well, I must be the poet then, and I take off my hat and then sit back down. Chemist, I presume?
I suppose that would make me the chemist.
Good lord, he's the chemist. Soldier, by your handshake. Scholar? I look a little surprised as I look at you, Chris.
There are many forms of study.
Oh, I'm gonna like you all.
What kind of transparency do you want?
Well, if one of us knows more than the others, now would be a good time to share.
I know only what I've seen in the visions. They're vague at best.
Has anyone seen more than cards?
Can't say I have.
And these visions aren't as clear as like a memory or even a well-crafted dream. It's more hazy representations of a hand of cards thrown together, a tarot reading. But there's no clear story to it, in the way that dreams often are. Storyless and indistinct.
You know what I don't like about these dreams is the lack of story.
You seem like decent enough folk. Are you?
Well, you can't just come out and ask people like that.
You can't? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Did I offend you?
Oh, horribly offended.
He kind of looks down into his mug and just kind of shrinks. You've never really seen somebody get that small.
Oh my, we gotta teach this one something. No, of course not. I wasn't offended. Just a little confused is all. I've always followed my own instincts, not some dream of sorts.
Did anyone in particular send you here?
That lady.
To this town?
Me? No. In fact, I try to avoid places with a lot of people, but these dreams have steered me otherwise.
I just kind of wandered in here, just looking for adventure, see what I could find.
I've always had my own drive. A feeling, you know. Felt like I needed to be over here, and here I am.
I feel good about this, though. I feel like the four of us, we belong together.
Boris is having a conversation with a table the other side of the room from you guys. He's having sort of a bit of an animated conversation with a seating person. Rachel, you would almost instantly recognize this person as an off-duty guardsman, just by the way they carry themselves. And Boris is having an agitated conversation and walks away seemingly a little bit frustrated. He's running his hands through his hair. Takes a deep breath and just walks back to the counter and starts to sort of go back about his business.
Well, what do you say? Do you guys think we should try to find this missing person? Could be a good test of our comradeship.
Hey, comrades.
I suppose if these visions do mean something, we can maybe test the waters. If that's all right with everyone else.
Sounds like an agreement to me. And Lee stands up. He kind of like slaps the table, stands up, and walks over to Boris.
Sure.
Oh wait, we're going now? Oh, now?
No, simmer down.
She puts a gentle hand on his shoulder and says, "Finish your meal."
It is getting pretty late as well.
All right.
And stormy. But
Silas will just sit there and kind of chew on his jerky as he watches Lee.
all right. Boris is sort of having a little bit of a conversation with someone from the kitchen staff as you approach.
He kind of like clears his throat a little bit. Boris, do you have a moment?
Yes, friend. What can I do?
Well, I'm trying not to, eavesdrop, but I couldn't help but overhear that woman. Sounds like somebody who's missing.
Oh, yes. Very, very unfortunate. For Francesca, she, her husband, several days ago, he left on the adventure. How you say, treasure seeking. He has not returned. I can do very little to help as much as I can, or want to. In the morning I will take to guards and they may escalate issue. He was here for food before he left, and I know him. He comes here often.
Well, my friends and I, he kind of like looks over to the three of you still sitting at the table, or if not them, at least me. I would like to help out, try to find this guy, do some good for the town.
Was very, very generous. I know very little from what Prate was saying. He was going to search some ruins in the forest to the west of town. This was 3 days? 2 days. 3? I'm sorry, I have many customers. That is all I know. From what I have heard from Francesca, she knows little else, but you're welcome to speak, of course. He is not the only one. They say many people have been going missing.
Many people, we say.
It is not safe to go out at dark.
Have they all gone to these ruins?
No. This is just rumors from what I hear. Unfortunately, it's people on the streets.
Sorry.
Every damn time. This is the first person I have known. The person with a name. I mean, the name that I know. You know what I say.
Do you think, well, could we talk to this Francesca? Maybe she knows more?
By all means, I'm having her rest in my chambers just so she has more sense, more calm.
Okay.
Yes, He walks up to the door and knocks, and after hearing her, he opens, and she's just in there, sort of softly, like fussing with her hands on the bed. She's lying down, but she's definitely still like wide awake.
All right. Lee will kind of look over to the other three and, like, give them like a questioning look. And then he'll go into the room.
I can't wait to hear how this ends.
All right. As you all enter the room, she sits up and looks at you all warily, and then kind of gives a questioning look to Boris, who puts up his hands and says, "These people. They say here to help. Perhaps it's good you tell them your story." She says, "My prate, he left 3 days ago. He came here for food. He left with his pack. He's very good. He's gone to many ruins.
I'm sorry, what was his name again?
Prate Feng.
Spell that.
For my notes.
P-R-E-I-T-F-E-N-G. Prate Feng.
Thank you. Continue, please.
He's very good. He's a good climber, and he's careful. He does not take risks. He's always come back.
Did he go with anyone else, or did he go alone?
He goes alone. He doesn't choose risky places, and he does his homework. I know where it is. I will show you. Come with me in the morning.
You mean to take us there?
Yes. He tells me everywhere he goes. He shows me on the map. I make him show me. It makes me feel better.
All right. Well, it should be safe enough with the four of us.
Thank you. Immediately, like, relief from just like someone doing something actionable. Relief crosses over her face. I can't go tonight. She looks up at the thunder crashing again. I'm not going to do it. She looks up at the crashing thunder and jumps a little bit. Says, "I'll be back first thing in the morning after breakfast. Will you go? I can pay."
I mean, of course we'll go. see this individual, this Prate Fang, come back to you in your loving arms, I think that's all the pay we need. Am I right?
Silas kind of looks to you and then looks over to Rosalina and then looks to Lee.
Yeah, she is busy watching the others to see how they feel about doing good deeds for no pay. She's curious to see what they think.
Lee's, he kind of looks at her and he says, well, I could use enough money for supplies, but beyond that, I don't need anything else.
I guess some rations would do us some good, but other than that, I'm okay.
I have some supplies. Prate has many things. I'll bring his chest and food. I'll bring food and he has rope. He has climbing gear. He has many things. I'll bring it tomorrow morning.
Well, perfect.
And money. If he doesn't have enough things, I'll bring you money to buy what you need. Thank you.
Fine. Of course. On the morrow, then.
What time in the morning are we talking?
After breakfast would be fine. I'll be here for breakfast. I'll come for breakfast. Can we leave after?
Well, I guess that'd be okay.
Okay. Thank you. I have to get ready.
Rogue kind of puts her hand on her shoulder and says, "You should rest. There's nothing more to do tonight."
No, you're right. I'll make sure all of his things are in order and make sure his chest is tidy. And yes, I'll be back here for breakfast.
Everybody kind of leaves. Silas kind of turns tentatively and walks over and hands her a small bottle with rest in it. Here, take this. This will help with the nerves. And he kind of just uncorks it and passes it to her.
She gives a little bit of a questioning look at you. Are you a physician?
Of sorts, yes.
That's your credentials.
Believe me, I deal with a lot of anxieties, I should say.
Yeah, she'll take. She for the fun of it, Danny. Why don't you roll diplomacy?
All right.
Dice are fun.
Dice are fun. Dice is.
Roll that diplomacy.
Look at those dice.
Wow, that is some good diplomacy.
Great roll.
Second roll of the campaign. She looks skeptical.
They can't all be 27s.
She looks.
He's also holding it like his hands shaking.
Drink this, it's good.
She looks skeptical. That is not a critical fail.
Right.
So she's not. I think she takes like a teeny little, like it touches her lips, and she hands it back.
It's an elixir of life, so it would just.
Sure. It tastes nice. Cardamom?
God bless you. He kind of corks it back and looks as though he's going to say something, but then decides not to and just walks after the others.
Sure. Unless you guys had anything else for her, she is pretty anxious to go and do something. So she will leave unless you guys stop her and ask her anything else.
Get on out of here.
Anyone? No. Okay.
I cast fear on her. No, I'm good.
She leaves to go get herself sorted out. What would you all like to do with the rest of your evening?
If things get quiet at some point,
sure,
where it's less busy,
yeah.
Ro would like to invite Boris to sit and have a drink with us.
Sure.
And then see what information we can get about other people who have gone missing.
Sure. Yeah, he brings over. He just has like a glass of water that he brings over, and He comes and sits with you.
Have others gone missing?
Prate is the first that I have known as by name. I've heard things of people being missing from the streets, unknowns.
They've been missing from the streets. They haven't gone out to the forest.
He shrugs. So I don't know where they go missing. But there have been rumors of people going missing. As I say, Prates is the first person I have known and first circumstances I have known.
How long ago did it start?
They say, he leans forward, they say this land is a curse. They say the mists will come into your home and snatch you out and take you straight to the ends. They say lots of things. He takes a little sip of his water and he just sort of like swirls the glass around.
So the rumors have always been there.
I think something fallen well. He pours out the water.
Oh my.
Patronka! Dump out the water! Good thing you drink only ale tonight, eh?
We'll water it down, ale.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine, young one.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
So the rumors have always been here.
Daggerford. It's a bigger town. We have many rumors. Thing is, big town, people go missing sometimes. So he just sort of shrugs. And the other thing, when people go looking in ruins where they aren't supposed to be, they go missing sometimes. I feel bad for Francesca. I like Parade, but these things happen.
But what of the, the townsfolk and the town's guard? I'm surely they're doing something about it.
Oh. As far as mists go, I think just lifestyle. I do not believe this is actual thing.
She may have said it already, but what was Prate's occupation?
What did he call himself? Purveyor of exotic relics and fine goods.
It's an excellent title.
I never see piece of it, though I see his money, and it is good money, so he must make something.
How long have you been in this town, Boris?
Me, my whole life. I have this place from my father.
Have the rumors increased lately? Or was it just the same as it always was?
Rumors? It was rumors I was told as a child. Do not go out at night, Boris. You will get taken by the mists.
Interesting.
Although, I may just be getting older. I worry more now that my child is out in the world, doing their own thing. Feels like the mists are here more. But then again, you get older, you worry. You have children, you worry. You get fat, you worry. Skunk falling well, you worry.
I feel like maybe you cover up that well, I'm just saying.
That is not my will. I tell guards, they'll take care of it. My tax money, pay for that well. I'm sorry, I do not know much about these rumors. The mist, though, I do not go in the mist.
when does this mist show up, and where does it show up?
I'm not mist watcher. It's on ground, maybe yay high sometimes. It come from forest. It is mist. I don't know.
Wait, which direction is this forest you speak of?
West. City is mostly surrounded by forest, but he go west.
I see is somewhat of a coincidence forming.
It seems like with all this rain and soggy weather, fog is quite ordinary. What makes this mist different?
Comes from the west.
You see my good people. I'll send another ale your way. I have to go wash pots. Piotr, he called in sick tonight. Son of a bitch.
Oh, we're sorry. We didn't mean to keep you from your duties. That very
Hey.
rude of us.
You're all right. I give you beer, half water. Well, full beer.
Do we have any money, by the way?
I don't like to
Sure.
complain, but it was a
Okay.
bit skunky.
I'm gonna flip a gold coin at him.
Oh, that is how many nights you wish to stay.
As
This
long as
pays
the
for-
beer keeps on flowing, it'll be fine.
This will pay for full week with food.
Sounds great. And keep the half beer, and I put up my fingers in quote, for the young one here. And I elbow Dane.
Ouch.
Patrinka, put a rain bucket.
See, look, it's gonna be rain, it'll be fine. No skunk in your water beer.
Well, give it an hour or so. But I must wash dishes. Any other questions about mist? I really don't know nothing, but he starts to stand up to go. Well, I'll see you in the morning. It is, I think it's just oats. He is sort of like, I think maybe sausage. I don't know. Nothing but deer lately. It's probably venison.
Sounds delightful.
So he starts to wander off
We'll
into the kitchen.
we'll leave Francesca here tomorrow. She doesn't need to come with us.
Probably
You
does.
know, I think that's a good idea.
She did say that she keeps a map of her husband's whereabouts.
Sure, one of us can read a map.
I do enjoy a good cartography. Time to time.
Well, I knew at least one of us, and of course I was looking at you. So, perhaps we should all introduce ourselves. I'm Corvus. I do a little of this and a little of that. I've been known to talk my way out of a little, rumblings, if you will. That's my speciality. And I kind of throw open my cape, and you see a nice rapier on the side and a shield that's kind of hung at my shoulder. And by shoulder, I mean hip. This is a hip.
Hip.
Hmm?
Hip bone.
It's a
next
fancy
to the-
word for a shoulder.
Where I come from.
What all would you say is your specialities?
I'm Silas, just Silas, and I've dabbled in healing and potions and the like.
Excellent.
I mean, nothing too fancy as rapiers and swords or armor or muscles, but I might be of some help, I guess. Yes, I will be. I will be of some help.
Ah, there it is. Confidence in the young lad. I knew he'd find it.
Lee kind of claps you on the shoulder.
Coughs out some of the ale he's drinking.
I'm Ro. I'm good in a fight, yes.
What's happening over there?
Very dramatic stand-up.
I'm Ro. I'm good in the fight.
Boris is cleaning those pans.
Just a very sensitive mic.
All right. Opening the window. It's getting hot up here.
It's good.
It's hot.
I'm not going to say yeah it is again because I got yelled at.
Yeah, it is. So good in the fight. Well, that's excellent to know. And you might be. I mean, wisdom comes in all shapes and forms, but it's quite good to know what we are up against in, a tussle.
Well, my name's Lee. My specialties are this. He like shows his fist, and this, and this, and sometimes this, and this.
Excellent.
It all just depends.
Well, I think we are just a ramble shack of hooligans here, but I think we'll be able to find this Mr. Fang if we need it.
It made it sound like Mr. Fang was some sort of artifact hunter? Treasure seeker? What are they called?
Tomb robbers.
Perhaps.
Yeah, he kind of looks, as you guys say two different things at the same time. He goes, yes, that.
Sounds like he was a capable explorer. And my theory is that someone decided that they wanted what he found. Which is why his wife should not go with us, because I imagine we'll be discovering his body.
You think he's dead then?
I suppose it's possible that he sustained an injury and wasn't able to make it back, but it's not. If her assessment of him is accurate, he was a careful adventurer. It seems more likely that foul play was involved.
I do have to agree with Ro. I do believe this individual will be found dead, unfortunately.
What about the mists and the... He kind of stumbles on his word. Curse.
Cursed. That's silly.
Is it? What do I think about these mists, Andy?
Oh, we all know what you think.
Them based on my occultisms.
Sure. Having heard only rumors about them,
Yeah.
only speculate. Having not seen them yourself, however, there always has been wild superstition and community discomfort has always followed certain aspects of nature, of reality. Darkness, shadows, sometimes trees, fog, even mist. Whether there's truth behind that, well, that depends on whether the mist is actually from nature or not.
I think about all that stuff, but don't say anything.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you guys. I think we'll find him.
100%.
Find him alive.
I like your positivity.
Thanks.
I'm with Ro. I don't think we will. Chances are he's been savaged. Perhaps torn to pieces. Flesh stripped from his bones.
Seems a little graphic, don't you think?
How much have you been drinking there, son?
He goes, yes. It's awful. Just kind of doesn't say anything else.
Well. Perhaps we should call it an evening, meet this individual in the morning, have ourselves some grits or bacon or whatever he's planning on making.
Yeah, I could go for some breakfast right now.
It might be a little late in the morning. I have some things I generally do.
Push-ups and
Routines.
whatnot.
You could say that, yes.
We all know it's not. It's okay. How much time
Kind
do
of
you
just
need for these
progress.
rituals?
Not terribly long, I suppose, but maybe an hour or so.
I'll save you a plate of gruel.
Then here, the same booth.
No. That
No?
one. That one's nicer.
All right.
I'll meet you all there. I'll claim it in the morning.
But then, if you don't mind, Silas, who's sitting in the center of everybody else, he kind of moves to make like he's going to be leaving. And he's gonna first look at Lee, see if he'll kind of step out of the way.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry.
Okay. Nope, that's okay. And then he gets up and just kind of gives them another glance and then shuffles up to his room.
All right. You hear some slight clanging of pots and pans coming from the kitchen as you make your way upstairs. As Boris, the lone remaining staff member, is in there cleaning up from the night's leavings.
Clang.
Does anyone else like to do anything tonight before bed?
I think so.
I want to write down something on a little piece of paper. I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna follow Dane's character upstairs.
You trying to be stealthy about it?
No, but I'm definitely following him. But far enough that I know which room he went into.
Sure. I think. Yeah, there are like three essentially like bunk rooms upstairs. So I will say that probably all four of you are probably staying in like basically the same bunk room anyways.
Okay.
It's basically not even bunks as much as like just a large room with like 6 beds in it.
Cool. Yep. I'm gonna write something and slip it in his crap.
Where are you slipping it?
Wherever his whatever I believe to be his bunk, I'm gonna try to like just slip it into his clothing, or if his scarf is nearby, I'm gonna try to just slip it in there.
Sure. If you were trying to be stealthy about it, why don't you roll a like thievery or stealth?
Wow, thievery. I'd rather roll a stealth if that's okay.
Sure.
Do you want me to hide this shit?
Hide that shit.
How do I hide this shit?
Blind GM roll.
But when I click on it, is that an option? Add modifiers. Yeah. No. What am I doing?
Click on the
I didn't
die.
click on the
and
die.
Roll mode.
Click die.
I'm an idiot.
And
Blind
the roll
GM.
mode will be confused.
Nice. Okay. Sounds good. This would be versus your perception DC.
I
10
rolled
plus.
Okay.
So it's 10 plus your perception is 14?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. I would say you don't notice it's there until you are actually lying down for bed, Silas. So actually, probably after you clean up for the night.
Okay.
Have your bath if that's a thing you do. There is a bath. There is a bathroom with tepid water.
Silas, you're going to find a very fancy written note that is going to say, an expert is a person who has made all the mistakes that can be made in a very narrow field. But it's not signed. It's just written.
He'll kind of fold it up and put it in his pocket and look very worried.
I'm already in bed with my hat over my eyes. Full armor.
everyone heads to bed, we can go move forward. You all sleep.
Excellent.
Probably super peacefully.
Fairly peacefully.
Probably, definitely.
No nightmares whatsoever.
Silas,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
you dream of mist.
Oh no.
Thick tendrils of gray, clinging, creeping mist. Turn off this happy tavern music.
Yeah, I want creepy tavern music. Creepy mist tavern music. There it is. The long rest.
The mist swirls around the floorboards of the tavern floor, curling around your feet, your legs. Though you tell your body to run, it does not. You tell your mind to resist. It does not. Mist spirals up your body, Corvus, wrapping around your arms, your legs. Lee, the tendrils of mist twist around your neck. Ro, the mist enters your nostrils, choking you and pulling you all down through what once was floor into a dark abyss below. My D4 before said that Lee is the first one to wake up.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry.
Everyone may delete everything from your inventories except for
My
Oh
God.
no! Naked and afraid.
I don't know, did I forget if I actually made the special items for everyone, but
I got me a raven feather. Do I have to delete that? That would be sad.
no. So you have, everyone is in their small clothes, whatever clothes you would be wearing to bed.
Okay.
You all have your bespoke individual items that I talked to you about. I think if there's anything that like someone would have fallen to sleep like clutching like a baby, you may have that as well.
Probably.
Can that be my armor? Can I clutch my armor like a baby?
I was gonna say I went to bed in full armor, like just hat down.
I will not accept that. I also don't think you probably went to bed clutching your weapons either.
Can I clutch my formula book?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, that's believable.
You could have easily fallen asleep with that on your forehead if you stayed up reading it
Yep.
or something.
Yep.
All right,
Sure.
so I no longer have a rapier, a heavy rodash, and a whatever the hell my armor is.
Nope.
Goodbye, sweet armor. Goodbye,
Can I keep-
rapier.
Can I keep my holy symbol?
So Rachel, you would have your holy symbol.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. Lee, you awaken in a forest.
Oh fuck.
In a small forest clearing on what looks to be a very narrow path, perhaps a deer path. Let's start.
Get that deer music, man.
Creepy
This
deer
one.
music.
Oh my.
No, we're not starting that one. Not that one. I don't like that one. We're
Not
gonna
that
go
one.
back
That
to
one.
Abandoned Chapel. That one. This one. Yeah, the three companions are around you, similarly in whatever sleeping clothes they had, spread out as the thick mist has left a layer of dew upon all of your skin. Everyone else rouses shortly thereafter, but Lee, you are the first up.
Okay. He's just kind of like look around, kind of confused, and realizing that after the sleep phase and realizing he's not in the inn anymore, he kind of like wakes everybody else up. It happened. The mist. Somehow it took us out of the inn and stole all of our things.
Too.
Is this
Real.
some kind of dream? And he like pinches himself dramatically.
Feels real.
Andy, I'm gonna rummage around for my hat. Am I still wearing my hat?
Yep.
All right. Oh, thank goodness. Well, this does feel quite real. Bullshit, but quite real.
Looking around at the trees and plants and whatnot, does it seem feasible that we're in the forest outside of the town, or does it all look pretty foreign?
Great question. I would love a nature check.
Oh, yeah. You got this. Natural 20 nature check.
Nature check.
Mm-hmm.
Is it public or private?
Doesn't matter.
We all want to see you fail.
It could be private, but I don't
Blind GM roll.
Oh, no!
Blind it.
You almost rolled another 20,
Privately rolled some
but
dice.
she did really pretty well. Yeah, you're not in Kansas anymore. The trees that are here are not native to the area of Daggerford. That you're sure of. The trees here are gnarled and twisted. Old deciduous trees. It's also cold here, as if it was autumn. The trees have no leaves. And the air has a very, very distinct chill to it that was not present in Daggerford when you left. It was more like late spring. The warm, rainy season. How's Silas reacting to awakening in such a strange place?
He's kind of clutching. You guys see him clutching this book, and he's just kind of looking around the forest, kind of shuffling his feet, looking from shadow to shadow, and just kind of muttering to himself. He jumps at the sound of the wolf.
Distant. Sounds like it's distant.
Ro puts a hand on his shoulder and says, "You're not alone. And we're here for a reason. Let's figure out what that is."
Ro, the last memory you have and the last thought you have. Well, did you have any thoughts or prayers for your god before the mist overtook you in your dream?
Yeah, she was praying. She was,
You better pray.
Okay, alright.
Sorry.
Amanda. She was praying for... She is trying to be accepting of the fact that, like, the four of them have been brought together for some reason. She's a little miffed that, like, they all just wandered into town and, like, a feeling brought them here, but she was sent very specifically. And so she's wondering if it's because she couldn't be trusted to follow her feelings and had to be given direct orders.
voice of your god speaks to you.
Oh.
As the mist is surrounding you, said, "Well, you said it, not me."
Oh,
Dang.
But remember why you're here. Remember what you're here for, or what your purpose is wherever you go. What my purpose is wherever I go. There's always room for what we can provide. Even in the darkest shadow. The voice fades away as the mist overcomes you. The mist muffles the sound from your ears. You think back upon that very clear moment within your dream. As you all gather together, as Ro, you start to calm Silas. Corvus, you notice between the trees, you see the peak of a manor, a house, shining, backlit by the moonlight.
so it's nighttime.
Boy, it is hard to tell. You look up at the sky trying to get your bearings of what time it is. You're expecting it to be dawn, since you just woke up. You just fell asleep at nighttime. It takes you a while to get your bearings. The sky here is gray, covered in clouds, perhaps. Very indistinctly, you can catch what looks like the outline of the sun, fairly far along in the sky, though you don't know where north is. The sun is toward the horizon. Perhaps it is done.
Well,
Then you look again, and you do see a moon. Whatever this place is, it is strange.
I don't know what this place is, but I think we might be able to get a little bit of information for that yonder manor just over them hills. And I'm a point.
Yep.
Seems to be our only lead. And I also seem to be weaponless, and I'm going to look around for a stick.
Here, I will, this is kind of what it's looking like.
Something's loading.
It's loading.
Something's loading.
Just to get you in the mood, the glimpse of where we are.
Just the tip. He's dead.
So that's the kind of forest we're in right now.
It's still loading. It's still loading.
Black!
Wait, maybe it's not it. Maybe it's
just black.
Maybe it's because vision is on.
Yeah.
Well,
You know how many times Yep,
wow,
that's what it is. Is that better?
Nope.
Save change.
It's still.
Yeah,
Oh,
whoa,
there it is.
ooh,
Look at that.
All right, I'm gonna have to turn that off on like everything now.
Yeah.
I think everybody who's DM'd in Foundry has had this issue.
Yep.
Well,
I like
look
to
at
use
that.
set pieces and maps.
So, fun, like nerdy side note. You can actually use MP4 videos as the background for stuff, and so many people have like
that's cool.
made animated battle maps into like looping videos. It's pretty sweet. If ever that's an issue for like loading for you guys, let me know and I will cut that shit out. But I think it's dope as hell, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
No, it's quite dope as hell.
All right. So that's about where you are. Do you want to head towards the building?
I'm gonna literally look for a stick of some kind. I don't like being unarmed.
You can find a stick.
Yeah,
It will be an improvised weapon that would kind of count as a club.
Love it. Well, towards this building of sorts.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Let me go in front. My body is my weapon.
Quite impressive.
He's like Lee is like, you said we woke up in our small clothes. He literally has like, some like boxers or whatever the equivalent of, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. So, since Rachel was interested in your religious iconography, is that something that is common enough that she would understand?
Probably, yeah. I don't think it's an uncommon deity.
Sure. I would say she would probably have enough training to know all the common deities.
Yeah, so it's the symbol of Irori, the Master of Masters.
Whoa, what a cool ass name.
Master of Masters on my chest. Sorry. All right. A grand manor stands before you as you make your way through these twisted, gnarled trees with a chill breeze blowing around you. You see 4 stories of cold, soot-stained stone, tall, narrow windows and high-peaked roofs forming a picture of austere, chilling grandeur. Midway up, a narrow balcony juts out from the 3rd floor, offering a grim perch from which to survey the surrounding grounds. The centerpiece of this imposing facade is the portico, a stone arch standing sentinel before the house's oaken doors. A wrought iron gate fills this arch, its rusty hinges creaking as it sways in the wind. On either side of this gate, oil lamps hang from chains, their light dim and flickering, casting a sickly glow that barely pierces the surrounding fog. Beyond the gate, a set of sturdy oaken doors stand closed, framed by the gate and the lamps. The doors are old and weathered, their wood darkened by time, but they stand strong and proud, an unwelcome entrance to the house beyond. A gust of wind sweeps past you, carrying with it a whisper of cold dread that sends shivers down your spine.
Well, if this isn't the most unwelcoming building I've ever seen.
That. Okay, so I think I should just be able to. Yep.
Got it.
Yep. And yep. Rachel, I'm happy to use the portrait from the tarot card if you want. For your portrait, or you can just be a random unknown masked face person.
I'll find that.
Hoodie person. Okay, yeah, whatever you want to do. If you send me a picture, I can tokenize it real fast.
Okay.
No rush. Just to see what you guys can see. That's closed. You can't see that yet. Yes. So what you guys are seeing is the open gate here. That's closed too. You can't see that. Closing all the doors.
I didn't see that.
Shit.
I gotta make sure that. How do I unselect you? Oh my god! How do I unselect people? Oh, there we go. I just go to a different function. I'm good.
Yeah, go to a different function. Yeah.
Oh my god! Why are all these doors closed? Open. Oh my god! Who opened all these doors?
I can see everything.
Can you really? All right. I'll remind me that I need to double check the.
Is it the gate that we're standing in front of?
Yes. So this metal thing here is the portico with the wrought iron gate.
Is there actually a house in Houston?
No. Not really.
Not looking at it.
Not really. Don't worry about it. It's a
Is
forest.
the gate open or closed?
The gate is closed. It's sort of like it's ajar. It's sort of like swaying slowly and creaking in the wind.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my creaking.
So Lee approaches the gate, and he just kind of shouts out, "Hello! Is anybody there?"
And now you can't see the house. There is no answer.
All right. He's gonna then kind of open the gate further, walk in, and approach the doors.
Sure. As you open the gate, its rusty hinges shriek as you pull it open. And it does take a little bit of muscle to like fully open it the whole way as you break away several years worth of rust. And it crumbles to the ground.
Is
The rust.
this like a porch patio?
It's like it's basically like a little porch, a portico. Yeah, it's sort of like a stone-floored entrance area.
Are there any windows? Or by the door are there windows? Like are there
The door is solid wood. There are windows on the outside of the house, but they are misty, hard to see through.
kind of I'll follow Lee, but I'm like clutching my formula book like a school child.
Sure.
I'm just kind of shivering in the cold of the night.
Is there like a big knocker on the door?
What? Why, thank you. Footsteps.
You do see in here there are 2 oil lamps hanging from the ceiling in here. And they are both lit. There is a knocker. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Lee's gonna like take it and kind of like give it like a few good raps.
A resounding, echoing thunk seems to fill the otherwise still air. There's no response.
Hello, is anybody there? We could use some help.
Your voice echoes in the forest, and there is no response.
You guys see any windows? Is there any lights on?
There are windows, but they're too foggy. I can't see anything through them. Is there any light coming from the windows, Andy?
There is not light coming from inside the house, no.
Seems dark inside. Are you sure this is a good idea?
I mean, sure, why not?
You think of a few reasons.
Perhaps we should try the door. We did try knocking.
All right, Lee will like turn the handle of the door and try to push it open and see if it opens.
Are you gonna do your creaking noise?
Door opens easily.
Oh my! Look at that rug. Very out of fashion.
You see yourself in a foyer room with a rug on the floor. On the right wall of the foyer, there is a shield on the wall. It is emblazoned with a coat of arms of a stylized golden windmill on a red field.
Does it look familiar at all?
Nope.
Look like a decorative shield or a functional shield?
Take a closer look.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm ready to look at that shield.
Does this room look lived in or abandoned?
Looks fairly normal. There's mahogany frame double doors leading into the forum. They're set with panes of stained glass.
Oh.
So you see some of the light shining through there. Makes it look pink.
Look at that.
Lee's gonna shout into the open house. He says, "Hello, is anybody home? Your door is open."
Open. Your voice echoes again through the halls.
He kind of shrugs and looks back at the other three.
Ro will call into the house. We have no ill intent. We just seek aid.
Hey.
I feel that we've announced ourselves. Let me. Then I'm going to step into the room.
All right.
Maybe it's abandoned.
Andy, feeling quite naked without an actual weapon,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to look at that shield. Does it seem functional?
Yeah, it seems like a sturdy metal shield.
I'm going to attempt to try to pull it from the wall.
It's just hanging off of what looks to be some sort of display brackets. It easily lifts off of them.
Yep.
Let me... Shaboom. Do you see the little loot icon?
That. It won't let me open it, but I seize it.
Maybe I can... I showed it to you. Did you see it?
I did not. I mean, I see the emblem, but it won't let me actually open it.
Is it a container, Andy?
There might be an option, a setting somewhere that like lets people loot.
Yeah,
Loot a
it's usually the configuration settings for the container. Made it a container.
Yeah.
I would say having at least some sort of improvised weapon, I would probably call back to Rose, seeing as that she seems to be the only other person that wants to be equipped. This shield seems to be of use if you're interested, Ro.
I am.
I mean, it's a dingy looking shield. You probably don't want it.
It's better than nothing.
Well, you got me there.
Are we all entering?
Yeah, Lee will step in.
Well, of course, Silas. Come on in. It's fine.
I'll come through the door last, and as soon as I do, I'm going to close it. And is there a lock on it?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, I will try to lock the door. And then,
All right.
if everybody turns around to the locking noise, I'll kind of just shrug and be like, "To be safe."
That's right. Lock us in with these evildoers.
Well, lock the evildoers out, I guess was my thought.
So you're taking a shield, Rachel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still feel like we should try to find the owner of the house if they're around.
Oh shit. That actually caught me off guard when it shut. That was good. Well, we're here now. Seems to be only one direction.
Ro holds up her hand for like silence.
High five.
No, she's saying shh.
Oh, I misunderstood.
But you're still not being quiet.
I think you're still talking.
She puts her hand over Corvus's mouth gently.
I'm really a talker. I don't understand why we're just being quiet here.
And she's just gonna listen for a second.
Okay.
Just see if there's anything moving in the house.
Here's some mice.
Go ahead and roll your secret perception check.
Ooh, secrets.
Blind GM roll. I
Oh, it's such a good roll. I know it.
I could have rolled a 1.
Good. You don't hear anything.
We might be alone.
Obviously. I'm going to move towards the door.
We should sit close. It might be a trap.
Trap? Should we be looking for traps?
Confidently, I'm going to look for traps, because having said that, I'm concerned.
Go ahead and roll a secret perception check.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Perception.
Smeoption.
Where is it? Is it just based on the homepage?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Secret.
I bet I know what
that
he rolled.
was.
I forgot we did that.
Yep, sure did.
It feels like a flaw in the design.
Clearly, there are no traps in this door. There's nothing to be alarmed about at all. And I'm going to reach for that handle.
Great.
Okay. The door actually opens. Do you open the door?
Oh, I open it.
Okay. You open. So you open into a wide hall that has a black marble fireplace at one end.
Look at that fireplace.
Ignore the picture of the sword there. There's not.
Don't look at that picture. No sword.
Sorry, guys.
I'm just joking.
Kidding. I used this map, but I didn't use all of this map.
Yeah.
Mounted on the wall above the fireplace, you see what looks like a hanging portrait. The walls are wood paneled and ornately sculpted.
Who's the portrait of?
You're gonna have to go in and take a look.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me go first. I'm going to walk in. Come on, Ro. We'll figure out what's going on in here.
There's a family portrait of the Durst family, Mr. Gustav and Mrs. Elizabeth Durst, with their 2 children, Rosavalda and Thornbolt.
Is it labeled that way, or did we just know these people?
It is labeled.
Okay.
Thusly labeled.
Do I recognize them?
No,
Not from that dream I had.
you didn't have that dream.
Oh, shit, you don't have that dream.
It just so happened that one of them's name was Rose.
Oh, that was in my dream?
Nope.
Did someone dream that?
Nope.
I thought it
Oh,
was
shit.
the prologue.
Yeah.
Prologue.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile,
That's just some player knowledge.
Okay.
Some player fun.
Another game.
sorry. what was
Rose,
the
I
name
wish
again?
I could see your face.
Yeah, I was trying to copy it. It's type well, Andy. Mrs. Elizabeth Durst. I have activated a place journal entry for Durst Manor.
Oh, my.
You guys want it?
Places. Phallic Woods.
It's called the Phallic Woods? That's not right.
So do you just have Durst Manor?
Durst Manor.
There's
Cool.
nothing in there, but it's there.
No, that's just for you guys. I don't know how you guys want to do your notes, so I just made pages for locations. You can also tag in notes and like cross-link if you want. I will probably use locations. I'll probably keep. I have a page in each of these pages that is just for me. I believe.
But those notes, these will only be viewable by you.
I'll see that.
Players see them.
I don't know. I'm going to type in something.
I typed something in.
Sorry, where is this? Oh, places.
So then you have to click the little down arrow up at the top to save it, I think. Save, yeah. So I wrote a note.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Perfect.
It'll only be
So you can keep your personal notes in each of these
Okay.
Okay.
I'll like share between players.
places. That's good to know. Because I wrote, can you see this? Andy.
Nope.
Also keeping notes in our session notes.
Dana's a
Everyone
turd.
Can set.
He can't see this. Got it.
Done.
So yeah, I was going to use locations mostly so that if you go to a place, I can just pull up that place and know, like, here's what happened here last time.
That's
Whatever.
cool.
But you guys use them if you want to. Doesn't matter to me. Yes, so there's 4 people in the picture on the wall. Yes. All right.
I feel like actually I would instinctually kind of be in front of Silas. Perhaps you should stand behind one of us at all times.
So before you go in there, Chris,
Oh
Okay.
God.
In the back.
I'm pulling you back.
Just opening
I'm
doors.
pulling you back because something happens as you're heading towards that door.
Oh shit.
Let's see. The front door. All lights in the house are extinguished
Cool.
Wait, at this moment, or they were already extinguished?
right now.
Oh shit. Way to go, Chris.
The sound of the rain outside completely vanishes, leaving the house eerily silent. Not quite silent.
I hear a clock.
Bloody letters begin appearing on the southern wall, which is
What?
Nope.
just
Get the
above
fuck outta here.
the marble staircase. They read as follows. Beneath this dwelling lurks a beast who hungers for a bloody feast. He sleeps... I'll paste this for you.
Oh,
He
good.
sleeps until the midnight chime, then wakes to feed his dark design. If morsels seek to flee their doom, then bring toward his secret room a gift to soothe his savage mood. But mind the servants of his brood. Wait, stop, don't read that.
Oh,
I'm not reading.
Oh my god, I
so
copied
much.
everything.
So much.
What
Oh my
is
God,
this?
your
Copied
character's
it.
still reading.
Wait, what?
I deleted it. Is it still there?
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
still
Character is like reading it.
something's just scrolling.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That was amazing.
Okay.
Did it delete now?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
see
gone.
anything.
I no longer see it.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Can I really not just paste this?
Fill my cup. Put some liquor in it.
Yeah, I
What
saw
should
some
be?
scrolling.
There it is.
Yay.
Beneath this dwelling.
Oh, you must have me selected because then it's showing up on my character
'Cause it's-
I
icon.
do have you selected. That's how I can tell that I can hear the clock.
They're bloody letters.
Oh, now that you unselected Chris, we can't see it anymore.
See what?
It's still in chat.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Oh. Okay. Now I see Lee said it.
All right. And after those words appear,
It's the beat.
chimes 6 p.m.
Oh, shit.
And we're going to start the clock.
That's 6 hours. Ladies and gents.
It's probably fun.
So, you notice as you're approaching the wood-paneled walls, they seem to be sculpted images of like vines, flowers, and some like figures of nymphs or satyrs carved into the paneling. All right. Now you may proceed, Chris.
And so Lee kind of like, his hand is reaching up to open the door when all this happens, and he kind of pauses, and he goes, "What do you make of this? The beast beneath the house?
Looks like a warning.
We certainly don't need to stay here for 6 hours. We can move quickly, see if there is anything useful to us, and then get out.
Maybe there's a map somewhere of the area. We can find somewhere else to go."
We should not scatter far, but we could be opening 2 doors at once.
I agree. And Lee opens the door that he's standing next to.
And open that one.
I was going to say I was going to kick open this door, so here we go.
Okay.
I found a closet.
You found a closet. I'm going to go with Corvus first.
She does call over her shoulder. Don't get far.
Mm-hmm. So, in the cloakroom, you...
Find a cloak.
Yep.
Better than
you
naked.
see there are cloaks, one of which obviously has an envelope poking from the pocket of it.
Oh, hello.
On the ground, on the floor, seem to be... there is what looks to be like a child-sized backpack.
Ugh. Abe doesn't want to pick up that backpack, but Corvus will, and he'll also pull out that cloak.
Sure.
I found me a letter and a backpack.
It is a lady's cloak.
Oh, a lady's cloak.
It is a lady's cut and size. And it says... there's an envelope. Do you open the envelope?
Oh, without hesitation.
Sure. Let me see if I can fuck this up too. Nailed it.
You're cordially invited to join Mr. Gastvan's and Elizabeth Durst for a celebration of a 1-year anniversary of the Durst Mill. The Durst residents, Bavoria Village, 6:00 p.m., 13, clearly where they live. Dinner and refreshments to be served. It's an invitation, y'all. No one's here except for Silas. I appreciate you still listening to me.
So yeah, it was addressed to a lady, Lavina Vachta.
Vachna.
What did it say? An invitation to what?
A ball of some sorts. A party. Weren't you listening?
No, can you copy it in the notes, please?
No, but I'll copy it in my OneNote.
Okay.
In my notes, it says Dane is a turd. Found me a letter. Is there anything in the Chillin's backpack?
Sharon.
I don't like that there's a backpack of a child in there.
It could be a backpack while you run.
It seems to be an empty backpack. There are some a few pieces of writing supplies in it. I'll say a few pieces of paper which have some childlike sketches on them.
What color is the backpack?
Brown. It's made of leather.
I'm gonna walk out to Silas.
It is small. It would be. You could probably get it over your shoulders, but it's gonna be a little tight.
Silas,
but
I think this would
it
be
does count as a backpack.
The perfect size for you. You know, to put your things in that book you're clutching in your hands.
All right, I'll take it.
Are there other cloaks in there?
I mean, there was several cloaks.
Well, practically naked. You could hand out some cloaks.
I feel I am justly dressed for the occasion.
Weirdly, all of the cloaks are not exactly matching, but pretty close.
Like a cult?
Or they just all went to the same tailor, maybe?
You
Maybe
know,
it was fashion at the time.
Perhaps it
they're not like robes or anything.
Might not be a bad idea that we all dress similarly? Question mark.
I still
Yeah,
can't
they're all
open
like black cloaks.
Can't open
I'm gonna
the
put one on.
inventory thing.
Sure.
Yeah, put a
Should I
cloak
be
on
able to
too.
open this?
Anyone taking the
Cloakroom?
backpack?
No, I can't. You
I
can't
I
actually
will
click
take
it.
the backpack. but
Dane's trying.
I'm trying.
I am clicking so hard.
I'll have to figure out. I'll look into the.
Okay. But I will take the backpack. I will take it.
He's
Sorry,
gonna take my
there
backpack.
are four backpacks in there. My mistake. There are
Oh
four.
shit!
Two
We
of
all
which,
got a
two of
backpack.
which are child size, and two of which are larger.
I'm gonna give the other child backpack to Lee when I find him, because I think that'll be funny.
I'm gonna put him in the stash in the party sheet.
Guys, you want to know something really fun? I'm not encumbered by putting anything on, so that's pretty cool.
All right. Who would like to, while they are messing around in the cloakroom, who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
Sure. You head into the dining room. As you approach the door, strangely, as you were putting your hand on the door, this weird thing with the writing on the wall happened, and you turn to open the door. You hear the muffled sound of a lively dinner feast.
Oh shit.
Clinking glasses, quiet laughter, and distant conversations. Before you open it.
That's not going to stop him. He's going to open it anyway.
Sure. The room is silent as you enter, and it opens, leaving only the stillness and the cold grandeur of a great dining room beyond. You enter into a wood-paneled dining room. The centerpiece is a carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which is set with resplendent silverware and crystal glasses polished to a dazzling shine. Above the marble fireplace is a mahogany-framed painting of an alpine vale. The wall paneling here is carved with images of deer among the trees. Red silk drapes cover the windows, and a tapestry hangs from an iron rod bolted to the south wall, which is over here. That's south. Right is south. The table groans beneath the weight of a delicious-looking feast. Exquisite dishes lay on grand platters. Succulent roasted poultry glazed with a shimmering honey sauce. Perfectly grilled cuts of beef still steaming lightly. A variety of cheeses, fresh meats, freshly baked breads.
Don't.
Giving
Don't
off
eat it.
a comforting aroma.
Oh, don't. No. Hope you rolled another character, Chris. This shit's not going well.
So Lee, he kind of opens the door and then finds it empty, and he's like, I could have sworn I heard some people. Then he like sees and smells the food. He's like, guys, there's food in here. Oh, I'm so hungry.
Oh no. This can't be good.
Andy. Sorry. Go ahead.
Let's see. He's going to reach out and like grab a piece of the food.
Go.
And then he's about to like eat it, and then he just kind of like pauses and he like closes his eyes and takes a couple breaths, and then he's gonna try to figure out if the food is real or not.
Okay. What would you like to roll?
Let's see. You know what? I have farming lore.
Oh my god.
I want to see if this is some legit food.
That's
sure.
Amazing. Let me roll my farming lore.
It's from my background. Ooh.
All right. You think this food is no illusion. It is real. And it seems unspoilt. Detect no like strange odors or appearance to it. It looks like fine food.
He goes, okay. Seems real. I mean, nobody's here, but it's not rotten. And then he's gonna eat some.
Okay.
Oh
Tastes very good and fresh.
All right. So he'll kind of go around the room. He'll like inspect the fireplace first, and then he's gonna want to pull back the curtains and see what he can see outside the window.
Okay. As you go to the windows, roll a perception check, actually.
You want a secret?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I can't even see. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I can't even see my own. Okay.
All right. As you walk around the room, you notice, you catch a glimpse of something in the paneling that is curious. You see twisted faces, unhappy faces carved into the tree trunks of this tableau. You see wolves lurking amid the carved foliage in the paneling. And as you get to the window, you see let me see. You don't see anything at first, and then you realize that there's sort of this dull redness outside. You don't see trees, you don't see the evening light that you noticed before. You don't see the fog. Then you notice something move along the window, pressed up against the window. Something like flesh, pressed flat against the glass of the window.
He's gonna close the curtains and kind of like take a step back. And the curtains are down here.
Yep, that's the tapestry.
He's gonna open this door and then rejoin the
Sure.
party.
Yeah, while you were looking around in there, I'd like to... So I'm going to think I'll do Rachel, and I'm going to come back to Silas. Unless, Silas, you want to join somebody.
Yep, I'm good.
So Rachel, as you're going down,
Are there really 3 creatures in there?
as you walk in,
Oh no.
the den of wolves. As you crack the door open to this room, before you step in, you catch a glimpse of something feral beyond. An amber eye flashes in the darkness, and a bestial muzzle curls in a snarl. As you enter, you reveal a gray-furred wolf frozen in place. You realize, after a moment, that it's not moving. In another, you realize it's not alone. The oak-paneled room looks like a hunter's den. Mounted above the fireplace is a stag's head, and positioned around the outskirts of the room are 2 additional stuffed wolves, a large gray wolf and a smaller brown wolf. There are 2 padded chairs draped in animal furs, facing a hearth with an oak table between them, supporting an assortment of objects. There's a chandelier. Did I just do something? There's a chandelier above them. Above a cloth-covered table surrounded by 4 chairs, and 2 cabinets stand against the walls. And a pair of small toys seems to have been forgotten beneath one of the chairs.
Oh, it's with the kids' shit.
Yep.
Are there any weapons anywhere?
Visible to you right now? No. There's just the 2, just what I described.
How cold is it outside?
It's chilly. It seems like autumn.
Yeah.
Brisk.
So I feel like we need more layers than our cloaks from the cloak closet.
You're sheltered. You're sheltered now. You're not going to be hurting from exposure inside the house.
Right.
Eventually, maybe.
I will snag the animal furs
Sure.
and kind of just toss over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm. So you start going into the room to collect the furs. Silas, what are you up to?
I'm kind of looking around nervously. Are these like fire tools? Fire
Yeah.
tools?
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
like to
they're
grab I'll grab a poker as just a improvised weapon.
Oh yeah, you got a poker. There are three pokers or tools to move wood around in the fireplace right there.
So I'll grab the poker tool.
Sure. You can add it as a club.
Okay.
It would just be at a -2 to attack.
Yep.
Same with your stick, Dave. Counts as a club weapon with a -2 to attack.
Done.
For being improvised.
And I guess after I do that, I'll follow Ro.
Okay. Yeah, you see the den as described. As you enter the room, however, the wolves are in a different position than when Ro saw them. In fact, Ro, as you stand up from collecting the pelts, you realize the wolves have changed positions. The large gray wolf is standing beside the smaller brown wolf. The first gray wolf has turned its snarl towards the other two.
Like one of them's turned towards the other two.
Yep.
I'm kind of startled by the sight of the wolves.
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah. And I almost go to back out the door, but are they real?
They are real. They are stuffed.
Oh, okay.
They are real and unmoving. Yep. Yeah, so basically what you see in here, there's the table with some settings on it. There's the fireplace with the stag antlers over here. 2 cabinets against the walls, here and here.
I'm going to shuffle into the room, but I keep my eyes on the wolves the whole time as I kind of back into the room until I back into the table.
Sure.
And I kind of look nervously over the room. He's kind of he's holding his fire poker up.
Yeah, she will sort of gesture for him to move out of the room.
He's going to kind of back up, never taking his eyes off the wolves, and he's going to go back out. Until he runs into Corvus or whoever is behind him, walking backwards.
The cabinets, the cabinets have glass doors. In the east cabinet on this wall, you do see there are 3 crossbows inside.
Oh.
And in this one, looks like there's some sundry items. You'd have to take a closer look to know what they are.
I will take a closer look.
Which one?
I'll go to the crossbow cabinet first.
Sure. Yeah, that's this one over here.
Okay. I will keep a wary eye on the wolves while I do so.
Yeah, they haven't moved again yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like there are 3 crossbows of varying sides inside, and as well as a couple of cases, like bolt cases, in there.
Alright, I will grab all of them.
Door's locked.
Okay, I will bust it open.
Alright. You, at the very least, you could break the glass.
Sure.
But if you're trying not to break the glass, you can make a strength check.
Yeah.
Because they lock up their weapons. This is a house where they lock up their weapons.
That's smart. They have kids. That's good.
How do I make a strength check?
Click your strength, maybe?
No.
Nope.
Make an athletics check.
Yeah, there's an athletic skill force open.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, you're able to crack open that door. You all hear the cracking of wood, splintering of wood
Crack.
from the den of wolves. Corvus, what's everyone doing outside? You guys are welcome to move around.
Lee walks back into the room. He has like a turkey leg that he's kind of munching on, and he goes, "There's some real food back there if you're hungry."
I'm sorry, eating food from an abandoned building?
I mean, it smells fine.
Good lords.
I did see outside though. There's like some weird red light, and then some flesh on the window.
Wait,
Kind of like drugs.
What?
Say flesh?
wait, did you say flesh as in flesh?
Yeah, like somebody's skin pressed up against the window.
I'm gonna smack the meat out of his hands.
He has a strong grip on the turkey leg.
Good lord, man.
Don't waste a good meat.
Where
The
did you
animal
see the
died for
flesh?
this.
Can you take me to it?
Sure.
see
Yeah,
it.
it's right back here, and he kind of like jerks his thumb over his shoulder.
I'm gonna go inspect this flesh.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
behind
gonna
the
I'm gonna
curtain.
head into the wolf room too, because I'm a little concerned. I'm gonna try to keep us somewhat together.
As you approach the window, you see a gray sky silhouetting a forest full of bare-limbed trees, and a light fading fast from the sky.
That's probably a great sign.
Which window had the flesh?
Gross.
I want the
Looking for
flesh.
that flesh
You
window.
see no flesh in the window you were looking through before, Lee.
Yeah, it was. Wait, what? It was right here. There was like, all I could see was this red light. The forest was gone. The mist was gone, and then some flesh against the window. It's really weird.
Mean to demean you in any way, but are you sure you should be eating that? It seems to be messing with your head.
I mean, it tastes pretty good.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna inspect. I'm gonna inspect the place setting here, Andy, just to see if anything looks out of the ordinary, and if there is a knife, I'm going to take it.
There are knives. So there's lots of silverware. So
Oh
there are some silver
my.
steak knives.
I'll take a steak knife, or I'll take 2 steak knives.
Sure.
And a butter knife for fun.
You can add 2 daggers to your
Wow.
inventory.
So I don't see any of this stuff that I saw before now.
I mean, the stuff on the walls is still there. The wood
Yeah.
paneling still looks the way it does.
Can you describe the room again to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. So there's a wood paneled dining room with a nice mahogany table with 8 chairs around it. There's a crystal chandelier hanging above the table with very nice silverware and crystal glasses. It's a great feast laid out that still seems to be steaming hot. Mounted above the marble fireplace is a mahogany framed painting of an alpine vale, and there's wall paneling carved with elegant images of deer among the trees.
Any label on this painting?
No, there is not.
All feels very strange.
The tapestry depicts hunting dogs and horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf.
Oh my.
This feast seems like it's been set to feed many people, but there's no one here.
Rachel, you see a crossbow, a hand crossbow, and a heavy crossbow, as well as many bolts, 3 of which seem to be in a special case and are made of silver.
Oh shit, I take it all.
I'll loot the shit out of that.
Where is the party sheet?
Yeah, how do you get to the party sheet?
Oh
So-
yeah, I couldn't see it earlier.
If you see the party, there's a page.
Ah!
Party.
I see it, and there's a stash. Look at that.
Where?
So go to the actors tab, and then the folder that says the party. There's a little page beside the folder. And you click open sheet,
Well, son of a
and then
bitch.
you can go to stash.
Look at that stash. Oh, look, I can see that everyone has 3 gold except for Silas and Lee. Suckers!
Oh yeah, nobody has any gold.
Hey, gosh, shit.
Damn it.
Delete that gold.
And broke.
How do I didn't think I had to. Apparently I do somewhere.
I'll go into my monies.
Corvus, what are you up to in the Den of Wolves?
I'm looking around, watching as Ro is just looting several crossbows. Well, this is a very interesting room. Did you find anything of use? Lee's over there, just eating some random meat off a table.
Well, we have weapons and warmth.
Oh, excellent. What's in this boudoir here?
That one opens easily. The north one? Yeah, this one opens easily inside.
I will open it.
Still want to measure. That's what I want to do. That one opens easily. You see a small box, an assortment of wine glasses, and you see set into the corner of it, leaning against the corner, is a mounted piece of child's needlework.
Like a picture of needlework?
What are those things called?
Okay, delete this one. Yes, so it looks like as a child would be practicing their needlework, embroidery, that kind of thing.
Okay.
This seems to be some sort of like an arts and crafts piece made by a child. It clearly was done with an inexperienced hand. As you pick it up, it's like a little circle that's set into a frame of fabric with stitches in it. It depicts 3 figures, a boy and a girl, hold the hand of a central woman. Clumsily stitched words read, "For Miss Clara." The young woman's face has been slashed and cut.
Oh my. Ro, what do you make of this? And I'm going to toss it at her. A bit terrifying for my taste.
Slashed and cut like drawn that way, or slashed and cut like with a knife?
With a knife.
I'm also going to open that box.
How do we get to the party loot sheet?
Under actors, open up party, and there should be a thing that says open sheet. I added a handout for child's needlework.
I don't see. Oh, stash. Okay. I'm taking this heavy crossbow.
Sure. Sorry, what else is in there? There is a and there's a set of playing cards inside the box.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out those playing cards. Anything interesting about the playing cards?
They seem to be well worn. They are a set of embossed. They're black playing cards that have been embossed in red. They seem to be very nice, but very well used.
I'm gonna look at them.
Sure.
Like, is there anything out of the ordinary about these playing cards?
Perception check.
Oh, balls. I'm gonna do a little hidden one. Don't mind me, I'm gonna hide it. No noises. It's not good or bad.
You didn't hear that noise?
I heard a noise.
Oh god, there was a fucking noise?
There was a noise.
For me.
I don't think it was a bad noise.
Maybe it plays over my speakers because I see it.
Oh, I definitely heard it. Maybe I heard it through your speakers.
Was it a bad one?
I think your mic picked up your speakers, and then I heard it.
Cool.
You notice nothing wrong with these cards.
This is an interesting deck of cards, well worn but quite beautiful. I'm gonna put them in my little pocket.
Have the wolves moved at all through this?
No, they've remained in their positions, their new positions.
Okay.
A large gray wolf standing next to the smaller brown wolf, with a third wolf off to the side, snarling at them.
I'm gonna pop down here. I noticed there's a door over here.
So, as a point of order with how this map is set up, I'm going to start recommending you guys trying to use WASD to move your people.
Look at me go! Whee!
Only because it may come up in a little bit.
What do you mean it may come up?
Look at me go!
Watch out for the wolves!
Well, so theoretically, I have some things set up so that if you step on certain things, it will stop your movement or things.
Okay, cool. So WASD, got it.
WASD.
Bear traps. Did we get everything out of this room? Is there anything else in this room we need to get?
Yeah, that's it.
I want to step out of this room and close the door.
Yeah, you close the door.
And wait like 10 seconds.
Yep.
And then open the door and look back in.
All three wolves are back in their original positions.
What?
Okay.
So these wolves, I didn't notice the wolves at all, so I have no idea.
Position?
The way they are on the map right now.
Okay.
Alright, then I
can't see that.
open the door.
Because I'm not there.
And then I will close my eyes for 5 seconds. And then open them.
Yeah, I haven't moved.
I will turn my back.
What are you doing in that room there?
And count to 5. And then I will turn around.
I feel like you're ignoring while I ask questions.
Oh shit.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Has it really been an hour? Oh my god, we've been dicking around for an hour?
Opening the
We're
door.
dicking around.
Who knows how grandfather clocks work? Abe, you do.
I do, but I
Which time does that mean?
Is that just the quarter hour?
It's the half hour.
A half hour. So 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I don't know why you've been digging around that room for 30 minutes.
The wolves, they moved. I thought they were telling a story.
Bullshit. Wolves don't just move around.
They did, in fact, move.
Lee,
Does
this
anyone
room
have
is
a light?
dark. Yeah,
Okay.
this room is dark.
Anyone have a light?
I'm gonna walk over to the fireplace. Oh shit.
Sure.
ASD, whatever. Is there anything that I can make a fire with?
Yes. You find a flint and steel over there, as well as some like kindling.
Nice.
There are also some hanging like lanterns on the walls.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off one of the hanging lanterns and take a moment and kind of
Sure.
start a fire in it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So they seem to be oil lanterns. Are you hunting for spaces, Rachel?
I was checking. I was just moving.
You can add a regular hooded lantern to your inventory, Abe. It is full of oil.
One of them hood liners.
Mm-hmm.
Lantern.
And you can find a flint and steel in there as well.
Excellent.
How many lanterns are there?
There are. Oh, sorry. They're not oil lanterns. They are candles. They're like lanterns holding candles in them.
All right, I'm gonna take my hooded lantern and move towards Lee.
Sure. Alright.
Well, I'm a coming. You said it was dark in here. Where?
Let's see. If you have,
Oh, do I have to equip it?
you might have to hold it, and then I think there'll be
Solar.
on your action page.
Look at it. It's already lit.
Were there multiple candles? Should we all carry them?
If you want to.
I'm moving in that room.
I feel like we should. Let's spread the candles out, yeah?
I would say there's 2 in this room. There's 1 in the dining room, and there is 1 back in the foyer.
Alright.
Grab the one from the dining room.
Corvus, a moment.
I'm already in this room.
A moment, if you please.
Yeah,
But
let's
I'll
all-
wait in the doorsteps.
Let's all get some candles equipped.
Is a candle? Is a candle?
Seems to be a kitchen, perhaps, based
How do
on
I-
the imagery.
How do I equip a candle?
Okay, I
There
literally
you go.
put a lantern because Andy said a lantern.
I did say a lantern. I'm changing it to a candle.
Oh my
Candle?
god.
Can I find a
Delete
candle?
that
Is
shit.
it gonna have different lighting features?
Is there a
Candle.
candle item?
There is a
Candle.
candle item.
Do it.
Won't you light my candle?
Put it in the
Delete.
chat, Abe. I don't see it.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
You have to undo inventory type and then it'll come up.
What?
God.
I don't think
Can
it's
you see anything?
I don't
Just
think
the
it's putting out light.
worst. No, it is.
there's
It's
a
super.
candle. Is it?
Oh no, it's
No,
not.
it's not. That's fine. It could be a lantern. That's
Lit
fine.
candle
Oh.
sheds dim light in a
Just-
10-foot radius for 8 hours.
How do?
Says.
Okay.
So I can change that to light. You said dim in 10 foot.
Yeah.
Yes, 10-foot radius for 8 hours.
There you go. There's 10 foot dim.
Oh, look at that dim lit light.
Oh, look at that body.
dim light.
Change you all to 10 feet dim
Great.
light.
Everybody gets a candle.
Quick, everyone
can have
scan the
a
room.
You are gonna.
I'm a generous GM. You can all have a candle.
Great.
Watch out, Lee. There could be things in this room.
Candle is lit. Candle is lit. You can equip it.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I
So
equipped
put
it
in
in,
your-
but it doesn't
it
put
in
on
your
any
hand.
light.
Put it in
How-
your hand and then go to
What?
the actions.
Oh, my hands are full of a shield and a
And at the top
crossbow.
of the actions, there's
Candle is lit. What?
Check it.
Heavy crossbow requires 2
Oh, I
hands.
had it in.
All right. Well then, okay. Can
He's
I
right,
have
you
a
gotta go to
crossbow and a
actions.
candle?
There's a checkbox.
You can have a candle and a shield.
Oh,
There it is.
Okay, yep,
It's lit.
got it.
I don't
Well,
want a candle and a shield.
Donder calls for 8.
Lee, look at this wonderful room that could
Or
possibly
you could just
be a
have your heavy
kitchen.
crossbow.
I want to have a crossbow. Fuck candles. And I'll have a candle in my pocket, not on fire.
Oh my god, your pocket's on fire.
And look,
Cool.
it makes us all sepia looking. It's awesome.
Wow.
Ooh.
This is a
Pretty
very
cool.
sepia tone room.
Before we move on.
I'm gonna open
There's-
this door.
Oh, okay. Corvus,
Damn it.
a moment.
Why, of course.
There are strange things happening here. Our eyes cannot be trusted. We should stick together and move slowly and cautiously. Do not trust your senses.
Can't move too slowly though. We only have until midnight.
Does everyone have a weapon? There's silverware in the other room.
Here, I found a lot of crossbows. I just hand out crossbows. I got a heavy, I got a light, I got a regular.
True.
So I'll take the light ones.
I will stick with my stick.
I have an extra silver knife if anyone.
Here, I found these, and she like tucks a fur around Silas because he looks cold.
Thank you.
Yes, I'll take the regular crossbow if nobody wants it.
I'm gonna put my extra knife in the party sheet if anybody wants it.
Is it an actual knife? Because
It's a dagger.
How many bolts?
It's a
I'll probably
silver
take that dagger then.
Counts as a silver dagger.
A silver dagger.
It's too late. I took it. It's not in the. It's not in the thing.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine. I got a heavy crossbow.
It won't let me put it in.
Ah, I want a silver dagger.
Not me.
Is it really just a silver dagger? Because then I'll just look for one.
It's a it's a knife from the kitchen table, so you can probably
So-
grab one.
Yeah, it'll be a dagger, and then I think you can give it silver property. If you can't, I can do it for you.
Dagger.
Try.
Because you can change like the items or the weapons material on one of the pages. But I can do that for us.
Andy,
All
did
right.
you say what this room was?
This room you're entering now?
The room that we're in.
No, you guys have been talking about it, but we haven't even described it yet. You enter a tidy kitchen with dishware, cookware, and utensils neatly placed on shelves. A work table has a cutting board and rolling pin atop of it. A stone dome-shaped oven is in
Oh, there it
the
goes. I put it in there. Sorry.
east wall, which is over by Corvus. It's bent iron stovepipe connecting to a hole in the ceiling. Behind the stove and to the left is a thin door. In the right-hand corner of the room by you, Silas, stands a small wooden door set into the wall. Lee, since you're close to that table with the cookware, you notice that the largest kitchen knife is missing from the set.
Oh snap!
Seems
The
the
big one.
cook disappeared with the knife.
The door you're next to, Silas, looks like a small dumbwaiter.
Is it currently closed?
Yes, it's like a 2-foot wide dumbwaiter with a simple rope and pulley mechanism, from what you can tell. Looks like a manual operation.
Silas, you could fit in there.
There's a tiny brass bell on the wall, which is attached to wires.
I just out of curiosity and maybe a little bit of stupidity, I rang the bell.
I wouldn't.
You ring the dumbwaiter bell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
The wire wiggles with the bell as you ring it.
Fuck.
Nothing happens.
He looks kind of sheepish. I'm sorry.
Fool who took.
Shall I? And I gesture towards the door.
Rogue will nod.
Open the thin door.
I kick it open.
All right. Inside is it looks like a pantry. There's some shelves in here, one of which has beautiful decorative plates painted with pictures of windmills. One of the plates appears to have been knocked off the shelf and is shattered on the floor, leaving an empty spot in the row of plates.
Oh my.
Behind the empty spot is an antique copper pot with its lid slightly ajar. Peeking out from beneath the lid is a cork of what appears to be like a bottle of wine or something.
Drink it.
I mean, I gotta pick that shit up, right?
Sure.
Clearly, I'm gonna pick this up.
So you pick up the copper pot, and inside you see a bottle of wine, a folded piece of delicate lace. There's a vial of brownish powder, and a bouquet of wilted sunflowers tied to a small scroll of parchment.
I come out holding all of that, and I go, I don't like any of this.
That was all in the pot?
I found it in a pot behind a broken glass plate.
I read the scroll.
Sure. The scroll simply reads, "For the light of my life, G."
G. That was the dude, right?
Who's G?
It was the dude, right? Durst Manor? Oh, it's not in the notes.
For the light of my life,
And
G.
note.
And then you said there was some kind of powder? What does the
Note.
powder look like?
Notes tied to sunflowers, you said?
Yeah, it was a bouquet.
I added the note to. Do I have to change the ownership every time? Probably. Do you guys see the hidden pantry cache in your handouts?
Pantry cache.
Handouts, sessions, Durst Manor,
Child's needlework.
childhood needlework.
All right, so I do have to change it every single time. Good to know. There you go.
Look at that pantry cache.
Link it in the notes.
Why did they cut Miss Clara's face?
I don't know. I'm freaking out. Now turn to vinegar and a vial of brown powder. I want to smell the powder. I want to smell it.
Ew, don't.
Smells better.
Don't inhale that.
Silas, come here, child. What does this
I'll
smell like to
walk
you?
up.
And I'm going to hold it real close to his nose.
I'll inspect it. My alchemical knowledge.
You got to waft it. That's what they say.
You
You got
want
to
to
waft it.
toss a blind crafting roll at me?
I will toss.
Oh shit, was there an affair happening?
Yep.
This is Clara's handkerchief.
Gustav was totally banging.
Oh, the nanny.
Oh, man.
Shit. Ah, Gustav.
Gustav.
No wonder
Open the
Elizabeth
pants,
flashed her
bro.
face.
Silas, you know exactly what this is.
Oh, man, what is it?
Because you've had many people come to you asking for one of the most basic things you've ever needed to do. This is dried silphium, a contraceptive herb.
Oh my.
Oh no.
It's silphium. Know what silphium is, right? I don't have to explain it.
No one knows what it is.
What?
No.
It's a contraceptive.
Oh.
Usually it's mixed with a liquid. Wine is a nice, usually a...
So they were,
Adultering.
adultering. That was the word I was looking for. I had to use the hand gestures. Interesting. Guston, you devil.
As you say the word adultering,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Lee, you notice this. I don't know how you're reacting to them talking about adultery. How is Lee reacting to them talking about adultery?
He's like, I guess he's probably a little like kind of confused. He's kind of naive. He doesn't know exactly what they're talking about.
You notice one of the kitchen knives is floating. You notice the point in your periphery.
Fuck.
It's not pointing towards you. It's pointing like same way your eyes are looking. And as you turn to look, you see this knife is just floating in midair. It zips across the room and boom, sticks into the wall next to where Corvus is. Not like close to you, but like in the wall in between you two. And it vibrates there, sticking into the wooden wall.
I'm not exactly sure what you guys are talking about, but I wouldn't mention it again.
Well, I believe we were talking about the sexual adventures of two adult individuals.
Lee lunges forward and puts his hand over your mouth.
As a house rule and point of order,
Yeah.
I have a proposal for how to do hero points along with secret rolls.
Oh,
I think that if you guys are ever feeling the pressure on a secret roll and want me to know, like, because since you don't technically see the dice roll, if you want to say like this roll matters, Andy, then I'll know to use a hero point for you on your behalf if it's below a certain threshold that you guys can agree on. Like if I roll, I don't know, 10 or less on an urgent roll, or like 5 or less, whatever you guys want. But it might be something maybe next session or between sessions we can talk about, and you can figure out what a good standard is.
Okay.
Because I think it's reasonable. It's a resource you guys would have.
Why
I forgot we
bring
have
that
hero
up in this
points.
moment?
Well, because we haven't rolled a lot this session, but it's just something
We're all
I thought
about
about.
to die.
You what? Start every session with 2? Is that what it is?
No, 1.
I did. I don't know. Yeah.
No, 1.
Oh, just always 1. Okay. Okay.
no.
Cool.
Chris started with 3.
You're in
Chris was so
Barovia.
generous. I was
You're-
like, yes.
This is the curse of Strahd. You get hero points when I say you get hero points.
All right.
But
So-
that is what you find in the pantry.
Did we all see the knife fly across the room?
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a knife sticking in the wall.
Lee, I know we haven't known each other very long, but why did you throw that knife in my general direction?
That light knife absolutely moved on its own. I threw nothing.
Sure. And I
The
found
wolves.
this on my own.
The wolves also moved on their own. We should
Okay.
proceed with caution.
Did you also eat the meat and the food in the other room? I'm getting
I
concerned.
did not, and I wish that you hadn't. She says to Lee.
I mean, it tasted pretty good.
We should touch as little as possible. And I repeat, do not trust your senses.
All right, no more food. I got it. My bad.
Ro, you would probably notice when you said don't trust your senses, I probably like haphazardly kind of like brushed my feather away from my face. That's all I'll do.
Andy, I'd like to search in the pantry.
Sure.
I shut the door. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry
Yeah,
you got all in this scared.
You're real soft, Dane.
Oh, I am?
That's better. That's a little bit better.
Okay.
I just thought that's how you were playing Silas.
No, my microphone's weird sometimes. It gets quiet when I plug it in.
You take a thorough searching of the pantry. You see what seems to be a pretty boring arrangement of foodstuffs, spices, bottles of wine. The wine label shows that it's from the Wizard of Wines winery. And the name of the wine that was in the... There are various wines from the Wizard of Wines winery. On the wall, there is only one bottle of Champagne de l'Estampe, which is the one that was in the copper pot.
Oh my.
How do you spell that?
I'll add it to the hidden pantry.
Excellent.
Lee's heading back out of the kitchen area.
I'll take the champagne du Lipin.
Yeah, that's the one that was in the copper pot.
Yeah.
It is unopened.
All right.
Never been opened.
I will take the champagne.
From what you rolled very well on your crafting check, this vial of contraceptives has never been used.
Okay.
At least, like, if they took anything from this, it was not nearly enough to work. So you're guessing this is a dose that has never been taken.
Interesting.
I'll relay that. It looks like this plan, whatever it was, never came to fruition. At least this certain instance.
Interesting.
Yeah. Pedantic.
Shallow and pedantic. Perhaps we should go upstairs.
These stairs are going up, is that right?
This is the oops, wrong thing. There it is. This is the bottom of the stairs is right in front of you, Lee.
So not this way.
That is not the bottom of the stairs.
And there's
The
no
blood writing is still here, right? On the wall.
Yes, it is actually soaked back into the wood and is gone.
Oh, I don't like that. I feel like that's worse.
And there's no no non-secret doors we haven't checked out on this floor.
Correct. The grandfather clock is right here in the middle of the spiral staircase, like right in this 2-foot landing right in the bottom here. So that's where the grandfather clock is.
All right. Yeah, Lee's gonna head upstairs then.
Go for it.
Oh, Lee, what are you doing? I'm coming. Well, I say wait for me.
Nice.
Wow, that was awesome.
Whoa, that's cool.
That was awesome. Oh my god, click on the
Doors
door.
are all open.
You're supposed to warn me. No, kidding. All right.
Hey, there's some armor for you.
Mm-hmm.
I wear leathers mostly.
Who's that? Why is there a second person? Okay. I think it was just...
Unlit oil
I see
lamps.
another one of you too.
There are oil lamps here. Unlit oil lamps are mounted on the walls of this elegant hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a longsword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt.
Oh my.
Standing suits of armor flank wooden doors in the east and west walls. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head.
Oh no.
The doors between them are carved with images of dancing youths.
Youths.
The youth.
Not the youths.
The red marble staircase continues its upward spiral to a third floor, a cold draft whispering down from above.
Can I try to light one of these?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can take it down.
Full of a took.
Yeah.
Now you can have a lamp. Oil lamp.
All right.
Swap a candle for the
Take
lantern.
oil
Yeah.
lamp.
Oh, I mean, if we're all doing it, I want
Yeah,
a
let's
part
all
of that.
let's look at a lamp.
Fucking do that shit. I threw this candle on the
Upgrade.
ground.
Is that hooded lantern? Hooded? Or is it
What are
just
my
lamp?
options? There's not
I
a
don't
lamp
know. I'm
option?
gonna check. I'll type lamp and see what comes up.
Lantern. There's bullseye.
Aquarium
Hooded.
lamp. Jellyfish lamp.
Ooh, anglerfish. It's probably an anglerfish.
I want an anglerfish lamp.
How about
Blue
a
lantern.
Quasi?
If it would be a lamp, if there's no lamp, then hooded lantern would work.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright,
That's
I
fine.
accept this, and I'm going to use it.
Sure.
Where are you all finding things?
So
Fucking
if
throwing
you
that
go
can
into
on the
your
ground.
equipment tab, Rachel.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Uncheck
And
everything.
then under equipment, go to the little magnifying glass that opens your inventory browser.
Okay. I was trying to hit plus and it wasn't working.
Wasn't that staircase shit cool?
That was
Staircase
amazing.
shit was real
That
cool.
was...
You can go back down if you want to too.
I
It
could
works
never
both
get
ways.
that. I could never get it to work.
So we want what?
Jealous.
We want a hooded lantern?
I lack the
Yeah,
permissions.
hooded.
I like
Oh no,
permission.
it happened! It happened!
Oh, there you go.
Lantern.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
Okay.
Yes. The you're opening doors.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Andy, we have these plus 10 foot above our heads. Should we have those?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if there might be a way I can get rid of that. That's just showing you're 10 feet above sea level right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
So technically, this has like all the layers of the house, or there's like all the maps for each floor are stacked exactly on top of each other.
I didn't mean to go. I didn't mean to go up.
Don't
No,
go. Stay here.
I like knowing how far above sea level I am.
Okay.
You can come back
Sorry.
down. Oh, I need to delete this guy. My newbie McTesty. He's who I walk through houses with
Corvus.
to make sure it works.
Stay close.
So.
What do you find?
Oh my, you're just going.
There was a closet.
You're just going. This undecorated bedroom contains a pair of beds with straw-stuffed mattresses. At the foot of each bed is a closed footlocker. A door to the left appears to lead into a closet. In the right-hand corner stands a small wooden door, a metal button set into the wall beside it.
Hit that
With
button.
a similar door to your dumbwaiter you saw before. There's a basket full of unwashed laundry that was left beside this dumbwaiter.
I want some clothes.
There are clothes.
I want some clothes.
The
Take
basket-
some clothes.
The basket contains a man's laundry, including fine suits, tunics, neckties, pants, and stockings.
Take some
However,
clothes.
as you start looking through the clothes, Silas, you notice a much smaller woman's slip mixed in with the rest.
Oh my. Contraceptives.
These are like 2 straw beds, right? Like these
They
are cheap beds.
sure are.
I'm gonna search the foot lockers.
I will lay the slip on the bed and take the other clothing.
You see lots of personal effects within one of the footlockers is empty. Within the second footlocker, you see several personal effects as well as some various tools. What looks to be what could be put together to make a like a first aid kit, as well as several tools that could be easily used for mending anything from small metal, wooden items like a repair kit.
Can I take the first aid stuff?
Sure. So let me party sheet. Yeah. So. In the personal effects, you see a note addressed to a Clara from her family, asking how she's doing.
The notes to her.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they were mixed in with personal effects and these two kits. They aren't like boxes of stuff, but you can kind of gather enough stuff in here. Looks like she had enough stuff in this footlocker to tie up some cuts, scrapes, and bruises, as well as mend things that get broken if needed. Yeah, and there are tidy servants' uniforms in the closet. So if anyone needs other clothes, some less assuming clothes, there's some.
Yeah, I'll take the servant's clothes instead.
Sure. So get some common servants' clothes.
Yeah, I guess I'll grab some servants' clothes.
Sure.
How do I get to the stash?
Under actors and then the party.
Okay, there's okay.
Yeah. You might be able to. Yep, you can totally drag the icon for the open sheet button down to your macros bar, and then you can click it anytime you want. That's my recommendation. Did it work?
No, it won't let me.
So the actual button that you would click on to say open sheet, if you drag that open sheet button down to your macro bar, that's what I did, and it works. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it's not working for me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It don't like me.
Doesn't like you. That's fine.
Okay.
So we're doing this the hard way. Is anyone taking, as a point of order, who is actually carrying all this, the hand crossbow? And so I'm throwing it in the stash, but really some people should be carrying these things because they're going to be kind of bulky. And
I grabbed a crossbow already. I can take one of the backpacks, actually, I guess.
I feel like someone should take those silver bolts. I mean, they're silver, right?
I'll take a hand crossbow, and I will also take silver bolts.
I mean, I could take that repair kit.
Sure.
If it comes up, I got it.
It'll come in handy for repairing shields if you ever need to. Yeah.
Does anyone not have a backpack?
I've got one.
Yeah.
Okay. We just have an extra backpack.
Oh, you have to tell it you're wearing it though.
Yep.
Corvus. You. Let's see if it actually works.
Uh-oh. What? See if what works.
It's not working. It's fine. I'm gonna find it. Is it gonna work? It's not gonna work.
I'm really bummed out about rolling really shitty on these playing cards.
Person, now you're fucked.
Alright. We're doing a live. So as you approach, as you are in that hallway, you hear a sound.
Oh.
You faintly hear sound of a harpsichord playing from this door.
Any of y'all hear that harpsichord's haunting melody?
Now that you mention it.
I mean, I'm going to be drawn towards that harpsichord.
Uh-huh.
WASD.
What about the armor? Should somebody don that armor?
Well, of course,
just in
after
case.
we find out who's playing that haunting melody.
The music stops as soon as the door opens.
Well, son of a bitch.
You enter into an elegantly appointed hall, the windows of which are covered by gossamer drapes. A brass-plated chandelier hangs from the ceiling, and upholstered chairs line the walls. Several stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. A harpsichord with a bench rests in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace is a large standing harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantelpiece.
I'm gonna look out the windows again.
Could have sworn I heard someone playing a beautiful harpsichord.
I want to see if I see the red light and the flesh again.
You, as you look outside, it has gotten darker outside. It's hard to make out much, but you don't see any flesh that you're looking for.
Thank God for any flesh.
Gross.
Looking for some flesh.
Andy, I didn't hear it very long, but I'd like to try to play that song again. Fuck my life. I'd like to try to play that song again. Whatever was just playing, I want to try to mimic it.
Sure. As you approach the harpsichord, you find that one of the keys is pressed in the down position.
Well, that's just very disappointing. I'm going to try to push it.
Sure. As you fiddle with it, you see that there's a rolled up piece of parchment tucked beneath like one of the strings behind the key.
This house and its hidden treasures. I'm going to pull it out and look at it.
You find a piece of handwritten sheet music for the harpsichord titled Waltz for Clara.
Oh my God, I'm playing the shit out of that song.
All right. As you press your fingers to the keys, the notes echo, a haunting melody filling the quiet, dusty room. As you continue to play, the music seems to take on a life of its own, your hands moving across the keys.
Why?
I have to! It's who I am!
Unbidden, as if guided by an unseen force. From the edges of the room, spectral figures begin to materialize, spinning and weaving in a ghostly dance as though led by a song. Most are unfamiliar to you, but you recognize two of them. Elizabeth Durst in the corner, watching Gustav's apparition, dancing with a beautiful young woman wearing humble clothes.
Oh shit, he's not even subtle.
The eyes of Elizabeth's apparition narrow into a cold, furious stare. The dancers pay her little heed, however, the song growing faster as the spirits whirl to the rhythm of the harpsichord's crescendo. With a swift movement, Elizabeth reaches for a pendant around her spectral neck, a shimmering amber shard hung on a cold of ethereal mist. As her ghostly fist curls around it, her eyes flash a bright, menacing amber, and the spectral dancers dissipate, swept away as if by an unseen wind. Elizabeth's apparition lingers but a moment longer before disappearing with the rest. As it does, a sound resonates through the room. The low sound of scraping wood originating from the room across the hall. The floor trembles faintly, and you hear a crash from the mantelpiece. Two of the alabaster figurines have fallen from their place on the shelf. One toppled over on its side, the other shattered across the floor.
Well, it was a haunting melody.
Do I recognize that amber pendant?
It is a pendant of amber. It is not yours.
Okay.
It is not the same shape or size.
Oh shit! It's you guys coming back in.
It's over. It's safe now.
Is
Are
any
you
of
sure?
is any of the armor in this hall functional, or is it purely decorative?
It is mostly decorative. You think you could wear it, and it would provide you with some defense. However, it probably not as much as I would say you would be able to get like a breastplate out of. These would all count as essentially a breastplate.
I'm gonna do it.
You do it?
Yeah.
Like from the pieces, you see that it's fitted to look like full suits of armor, but you think that probably the only like thing you can make functional is the actual breastplate. Yeah.
Can I pick up and inspect the figurines itself?
All right. The toppled figurine has cracked across its face, arms, and torso, and depicts a young and slender female dancer.
Oh my.
The shattered figurine that fell to the floor has broken into dozens of pieces and appears to have once depicted a comely older man. There's a third female dancer figurine standing above the mantelpiece where all three once stood.
I'll set it gently back down on the ground.
Sure. You gonna try to put on the armor, Rachel?
Yeah.
Alright, you may add a breastplate for yourselves.
Silas, what do you make of these? It's an interesting place we found ourselves this evening.
Seems like there was some tension.
Fornication, if you will.
I suppose if you wish to put it that way.
I do.
But whatever ill feelings were had seem to be lingering. I kind of shudder.
Your eye is also drawn, Rachel, to the sword above the mantelpiece.
The sword?
Yeah. I'm repeating it because I figured you must have missed it the first time.
Damn it! There's a goddamn sword.
There's a goddamn sword.
I go look at the sword.
I run out. I want to see it.
It is. Let me get back to its description 1 second.
The other sword was fake. I didn't
Hanging
know.
above the mantelpiece is a long sword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt.
I pick it up.
It's a long sword with a windmill cameo.
I swing it around.
See if it's magic.
There, no, it's a special one. You can add it from the party sheet.
Oh, it's probably amazing. Oh, it's a martial weapon too. Gah!
Probably cursed.
It's not finesse though.
It's fine.
It's not a finesse weapon.
Whatever. I'm gonna hold my stick and swing it around.
There's a little bit more on this floor, guys. I know it's 11:30. Do you want to finish this floor?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's finish the floor.
Quick, run in this room.
I
Can't get in
search
that
the
room.
room.
God, I
Red
wanna
velvet
find
drapes cover the windows of this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and a matching high-back chair face the entrance and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched upon a rocky crag. Situated in corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows one to more easily reach the high shelves. You see it on the desk is an oil lamp, a jar of ink, quill pen, tinderbox, and a letter kit containing a red wax, a writing kit, including a wooden seal.
Good. Like a D. Something thirst.
What?
The seal is like thirst.
Big old D.
It is an insignia of a windmill. Silas.
Uh-oh.
You notice as you wander toward the desk, something catches your eye. The title of a book. The Tale of Silas Coppers.
Oh my.
Fuck.
That's your name, baby.
I'm gonna. I stop heading toward the desk, and it's in the. Is it in the bookshelves or is it? on the desk?
It is in the bookshelves.
Okay, I kind of stop walking toward that. Go. What the? I'm gonna walk toward it. And I'll grab it,
Yep,
pull it out.
sure.
Take
It
a
is.
look at it.
It is a very nice, thick tome, embossed in. It is a brown book embossed in black on the front of it. The tale of Silas Cockers.
Hmm.
I'm going to. I'll take it over to this nice cushy chair, sit down, and open it without
Sure.
saying anything to anybody.
Where do you want to flip it to?
Oh
Man, chapter 1, I guess. I don't
no.
know.
Oh no.
It,
Don't start at the beginning.
it starts at the very beginning, Silas, with the beginning of your life.
I'm
Oh.
gonna try to flip through it and
Go to the last
Kinda-
page.
Oh my
Kinda-
god, what were these fucking cards that I didn't find?
browse and see
Go to
if
the
it,
end.
as I kind of flip through it, I want to see if it goes up to this very moment.
Sure. You catch, only doing a cursory read,
Yep.
you do catch moments you recognize throughout your life.
Mm-mm.
Moments you cherish, moments that you abhor.
Nope. Don't. Put it back.
To the final page,
Oh no.
Silas pulled the book down from the shelf and began to read.
After I read that sentence,
Unaware. You're going to keep reading?
After I read that sentence, I slam it shut. And I'm just kind of sitting there with a book on my lap.
There was about half of a sentence left.
I don't read it. I didn't read it. And I'm just kind of sitting in the chair, shaking. So yeah, the silence is kind of split by my slamming of this tome.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all right there, my son?
I'm fine. I'm gonna take my backpack off, and I'm gonna slip the book into my backpack and close it up.
So it looks like, Ro, you're checking out the desk. Sure. So, at looking at the desk, you see there is a writing kit on top of it. If anyone wants to take a writing set, I'll add it to the thing. But there is enough
to
for
write
it.
your poetry.
There is enough for a full writing set.
Oh, I would take that shit.
The Durst family seal of the windmill. There's another lamp there if you guys wanted another lamp. You also see on top of the desk is a note.
Read it.
I read it.
Read all the notes.
Shouldn't have read this note.
Dear Clara, I love you. XOXO. G. P.S. Don't tell my wife or the kids.
All right, I added 2 handouts. Note from Clara. Clara.
Dearest Clara,
Under character notes, handouts, Durst Manor.
how do I love you? Let me count the ways.
You guys are welcome.
Child need to work.
Manny.
Oh, in light of my current condition, uh-oh.
Didn't use those
What condition might that
contraceptives there.
be?
So, under handouts.
Handouts? Oh, Durst Manor.
Wow. Wow, that last sentence. There is no secrecy.
Oh, man. Clara, you dog.
Oh, shit. Oh, she's not even pretending.
All right, Clara.
Andy, I want to see so there's this corner here that seems, I don't know, there could be something there, so I want to see if I can find like a hidden room or something.
Roll it up.
So who's this little bastard and where are they?
Right? Clara's like, oh hey, I'm having your kid. I'll be back in a bit. Elizabeth's pissed.
There's a weird, irregular, outcropping there, but you notice nothing strange with the wall. The wall is sort of the same.
It's like a weird.
It is blocked in stone, whereas a lot of the other parts of the wall are more wood paneling.
Okay.
But it's blocked in stone, similar pattern to the way the chimney from the fireplaces is blocked.
Okay. All right. So I think that does match up with the downstairs.
Corvus, as you get there, you notice that one of the panels of the bookcase has slid away down here at the end, right past the ladder. There's about a 5 foot section there that is slid away. Behind it is a door. Back to my notes. Sorry, it's not a door. There's a panel made of dark wood that was behind this sort of sliding. It's very cleverly. There's clever casters underneath with a track, but from the front of the bookshelf would have been hidden from view. But it looks like it has slid out of the way now. So there's a small panel of dark wood behind it, built at approximately chest level. There's a niche in the middle of the wood, jagged and irregular, at the panel's center, emanating a faint amber glow.
Oh, I want to reach in that shit.
Sure. It looks like a small indentation, maybe about an inch or two deep. It is sort of branching and irregular. You reach in there, but your fingers reach in an inch or two, but just feel like the slightly roughened edges of the wood.
So it's like there's an indent to put something.
Seems like.
I'm gonna come back out of there and be like, I found something. There seems to be a niche, an indent that's glowing back here. It's hidden out of the way, but it seems to be a receptacle for some sorts. I don't know what it is.
Perhaps
It didn't seem like it would fit the playing cards, right? That's the only thing I have is playing cards. I want to use them.
Yeah, the playing cards are a little bit larger than that.
Seems to be smaller than these playing cards I have.
You have an item smaller?
It's a little bit more slender and has a different shape than the one that that Lee is wearing around his neck. Pretty obviously, since he's only has boxers on.
No, he brought some regular clothes. Yeah.
Lee, in fact, it seems to be kind of the shape and slender of that yonder intricate thing you have around your neck.
We did see the Elizabeth had a similar pendant, amber pendant. Perhaps her pendant would fit here if we could find it.
Oh, we shove yours in and hope it works.
Let's see if we can find hers first.
You taking any of the writing stuff or that seal, Rachel, from the desk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. I'll put them in the party sheet.
Party sheet. Party sheet.
All right.
There's so many questions.
So many questions. Questions that need answering. So, think as you guys are heading towards, is there anything else you want to do on this floor? I see some people edging towards the stairs.
I think my next. Yeah.
Sure.
I've seen it. I've been there.
I think there's a good spot we can end at the 3rd floor landing.
Da-da-da-da. Run!
As the clock begins to chime the half hour.
Oh man, 7:30.
Get myself up to the next floor. There we go. Plus 20 feet. Great. So pause there, Rachel. Pause. Hold on.
I kick on all the doors. Bam, 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 bam.
You climb the red marble staircase to its full height, arriving at a dusty balcony. Notably, this is the first time you guys have seen dust in the house. The air here is dry and musty, but tinged with a strange, coppery scent. A suit of black plate armor stands against one wall, draped in cobwebs and marked by age. Oil lamps are mounted on the faded oak-paneled walls, which are carved with woodland scenes of trees, falling leaves, and tiny beasts. Who was the first person to go up the stairs?
That would have been Corbus.
Yep, sure was. Bring it on.
So, you sort of, Corvus goes up there and sort of stops by the balcony and sort of looking over the balcony as you guys are walking up this curving staircase. And as everyone else sort of piles out up and around, Silas, you approach where this suit of armor is.
Don't do it.
And it begins to move. A
No.
hand reaches out to grab you by the throat. And we will start next session with initiative.
Oh, no.
Shit.
Oh, no.
As the animated armor of the Durst Manor moves to attack. And that, my friends, is the beginning of Durst Manor.